Cakes, all for just $6. Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP value menu.
The Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth podcast is brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One consistent internet price for the next 5 years guaranteed. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3.
For hours of the program. Shout out to you, real MVP, if you're out there taking in the full 4 hours. We really appreciate that. No, people have some things going on, so sometimes you got to check in and out between work meetings, emails, calls, kids' appointments, your own appointments. All good. We appreciate you checking us out however it is you do. And if you can't find the full show, well, get us on the podcast, Dover and Cecil on DenverSports.com. Wherever you find your podcast, you can type those same words, Dover and Cecil, and we are there. Cecil does a great job putting up some YouTube clips for us. Shout out to you for doing that, Cece. We have a lot to get into here today.
Oh, my God, do we?
We want to start the show the way we start them all. Little Tribe Roll Call. Tribe is you plus us. Tribe Roll Call is who are you, where are you, and what are you doing for a buck out there today? Let us give you a shout out and your company right here on the program. Send that information to 2 different locations. RamosLaw.com text line, open, rolling, 303-713-1043. And then that YouTube page I just mentioned. Go to YouTube, search Denver Sports. When you get there, click that Dover and Cecil stream, and you are in just like that. It will be plenty of football to talk about here today, but man, what the heck did we watch last night with the Denver Nuggets missing 8 guys, all 5 starters, get to overtime. Jalen Pickett just eating the lunch of Joel Embiid. Eat your heart out, you Skechers wearing chump. And the Nuggets get an overtime victory in a game where they were supposed to get blown out and beat up by the Philadelphia 76ers. But Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, Joel Embiid, they couldn't hang with Jalen Pickett, Zeke
coming
and
through.
Payton Watson holding it down for the Nuggets last night.
Yeah, and Payton Watson doing his thing, which is good, but let's start with Pickett because he's the star. He's the hero.
He was a stud.
He was cooking. He was working and definitely efficient on, 11 or 20. 0 free throws.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
You believe what he did last night?
I mean,
0 free
of
throws.
Step back in the eyeball of Joel, so not a lot of contact.
Right. Joel just kind of falling asleep there, but I love his craft. I love his control, and I love the way that he was like messing with the 76ers. There's another word I'd like to use in that, but this was such a shock and surprise because quite honestly, what was the line? We talked about it yesterday.
15 when we left.
It was 15 when we left, and we're like, as long as they just get close, cover, I guess. I don't know. I did not expect that sort of effort. So the Zeke, we have plenty to talk about with Zeke, all the other guys, but it really comes down to Jalen Pickett controlling this thing, attacking, and I love when you're feeling it in basketball and when you can just mess with somebody. Like, I know I got you. Again, there's another word I wish I could use, but he was just messing with the 76ers with that control, with that aggression, and again, with no free throws. No. Amazing what he did.
I didn't even realize it was no free throws. But like I said, it's not a ton of him in the paint. There was a big moment. Was it Spencer that wrapped it around and he beats the shot clock inside the paint there off the backboard, which was a cool moment. And look, it was Jalen, it was Payton, and it was Zeke holding it down, scoring. But how about Bruce Brown? I mean, he gets the game-winning layup. They get the goaltending
on that.
He had a big moment. Spencer Jones, what he was able to do offensively, had some big moments. And then Tyson Hunter, what I like to call him because I can't remember what his real name is, a 4-point play that was just like, who the hell is this guy?
Right.
He was fired up like he had just won the MVP of the league.
And I got to say, 4-point plays, no matter what they are, they're just cool.
They are cool.
Right? Because you
cool.
don't see them that often. And for Tyson Hunter to do that, we just all in Nuggets Nation have to give a round of applause to the 9 players that were available.
Yeah.
9.
9 guys.
That's it.
9 guys?
And all the backups available for the Denver Nuggets. They go into overtime, and they take down Philadelphia. And it is so sweet. I saw Philadelphia reporters going after Jake Shapiro.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. This is before the game, obviously.
You're talking to my guy all wrong.
I know. You're talking to my guy all wrong. And by the way, my guy can talk back.
Yes, he can.
And Shaps did just that to those 76ers reporters, using air quotes there. But it was amazing because we didn't expect it. And this is why we love sports, dude.
Exactly.
It's not for other reasons. Other reasons can enhance your love of sports. I'm going to get off my soapbox. But this is the reason why. No way possible, right? No way possible. No. Lines 15 when we leave is probably more than that by the tip-off. And then all of a sudden, they're able to pull this thing off in overtime. It was glorious.
They kept saying it on the broadcast. It was a Peacock game, and they kept saying, like, hey, they showed up to play. They're also NBA players. Like, you can't just expect them to roll over. I just thought the talent, like I said, do they have Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and Paul George?
Right.
And Zeke Naji, Jalen Pickett, and Payton Watson were better than the 3 players that I just mentioned.
Right.
It's not supposed to happen like that, but it's a credit to Adelman getting his guys ready to go, telling them, hey, it's kind of you versus everybody. The world's counted you out.
I thought it was judicious with his timeouts as well.
Agreed.
Like, it was a great coaching job and all-out effort. Nobody choked or nobody, like, shied away from the bright lights of that opportunity. But it comes back to Adelman. I think Pickett, Adelman, those are 2 of our biggest talking points today.
And how about the guy, you see Timmy Hardaway going nuts on the bench?
Yes.
Like, dude, he was going crazy. It's just a fun game, and that's what I love what you said, man. That's what you love about sports. It's undeniable when you have a moment like that. Again, if you're a Philly fan, well, sucks to be you, nerd. But if you're just a hoops fan or a sports fan, you can get into that game and go, oh, my God, those guys are beating those guys?
Right.
How's that supposed to happen?
Right. How does that happen? So you saw that David Adelman was able to put together a great plan, kind of keeping Philly off balance as well with man versus zone mixed up. And it's something that they've been experimenting more with David Adelman, and we encourage that on this show.
Do it when your tallest guy's 6'9".
Exactly. Yeah. You've got to change it up, but you don't give in. And that's the thing. That's the thing about obstacles and difficulty and resistance. And as I was thinking about this game, and I'm driving to the studio today, I'm thinking about, like, how resistance can change you, right? So in basketball and in life, resistance can change you. They can go to you and say, hey, we only got 9 guys. You're all backups. Philadelphia, Embiid's actually going to play. Good luck. And you could crumble from that. But David Adelman has these guys engaged where they're going to rise to that occasion as the ultimate underdogs and pull this thing off in overtime.
The big question in Nuggets Nation was last night better than the magnificent 7 that they had in Utah back in February of 2020? Now, it was 7 versus 9. But I think last night was more impressive. That 7 back in Utah 5-6 years ago, it included Nikola Jokic.
Right.
It included Jamal Murray. Now, they had to play guys like Vlatko and PJ Dozier coming off the bench, but you had the 2 studs carrying the load. You didn't have any of that last night. So, look, if you're deep into Nuggets Nation, you certainly remember that 7 and that night in Utah. Great moment. There's a picture of them flying back on the PJ, and it's literally 7 dudes and Malone. That's it. That's a great moment in Nuggets Nation in our history. But last night, without your studs, without your horses, you still beat a playoff team in the Eastern Conference.
And what's odd and interesting and fun is Shap wrote about this last night as well. This is one of those games that 20 years from now, Nuggets fans will be sitting around and be like, remember all those 3 rings from Nikola and like how much fun, and that statue doesn't look like him or whatever they're saying, right? And then someone, you're sitting around having a cup of cold pop, someone's going to remember, hey, you remember that 76ers game when nobody played?
That Philly heist, that's what Jake called it.
The Philly heist?
Philly heist.
Yeah. You remember the Philly heist? I love it. I mean, again, improbable, undeniable. You couldn't predict this, and this is what we got. So completely different in terms of like show prep, because you're like, oh, the backups. We may just bring that up tomorrow.
Didn't plan on doing a ton of Nuggets and they changed the whole day for us.
Exactly, and that's awesome because we love what they're doing, even if it is the backups.
Yeah.
Everybody get healthy and get this team right, but that was fun.
Ton of fun. Nuggets got it done last night. The Philly Heist, we'll call it what Jake's calling it. I love that name. Couple quick texts for Tribe Roll Call. Our boy Trucker Ponch checking in. He's in A-Town making some deliveries for Acme. We appreciate that. Watch out for that Roadrunner out there. We got Tyler in Greeley. He's always hitting us up. We love Tyler. Tribe Roll Call. How about them Nuggets? Heck yeah, Tyler. We are fired up about that. You guys rock. Tyler, we think the same about you. Travis, the Uber driver, is checking in. He says, how about them Nuggets?
Nice.
That was epic. Everybody
Yes.
fired up about the Nuggets. Will from Westminster trying to check in. Successful check-in, Will. He's delivering first aid goods in Winter Park today. Just wanted to give a heads up to those G League Nuggets. That's awesome. Be safe up there driving up in the mountains today, Will. Hopefully everything all good. Some more food deliveries today. Name omitted. He didn't want to give them a plug. Remember to tip your drivers because that's all we make. None of those fees or anything else go to your drivers. Yeah, I just saw a whole thing about how food delivery services are really scamming the hell out of us.
Yeah.
With your priority orders and things
Right,
like that.
right, yeah.
I don't really do it. I have done it, but I don't do it a lot.
Yeah, we've done it, but it's like always tip your drivers.
Yeah, that's literally how
Always
they're making
tip
their
your
money.
drivers. Like, and tip them well, man.
Yep, that's right. One more, Braden in Lakewood. He's driving around as an intern doing some warranty work. Love hearing other people talking about the teams that we love. Go Broncos. Braden, great take. We love that. Good luck with your work out there today. We're going to talk some Nugs throughout the show today, but we said yesterday we would talk about the fatal flaws for the playoff teams. AFC is up today. So the 7 teams that remain in the AFC, what are their flaws? And what other things will teams be trying to poke them if they match up in January or perhaps February? We'll go over those next.
The Broncos followed up their 2024 season by winning 14 games, reclaiming the AFC West and securing a first-round bye in the playoffs. Are the Broncos destined for a return to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Colorado roads are icy. Accidents happen. When they do, you're in luck with Flanagan Law. I'm Samantha, the personal injury lawyer who stands out from the rest of the guys. Look for the Shamrock. Flanagan Law, your advocate when it matters most.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 for Kids.
1-877 for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Between groceries, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up your cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out how much you can save. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
Big time Nuggets win last night. We'll get back to that conversation. They hang on. They win overtime 5-4 and win by 1 point, 125-124. Brucey B with a nice layup. You know, I had my first, my wiener dog is named Bruce.
Yes.
And Kelsey has cheer practice on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so she goes to bed at 7.
So it's just you and Bruce.
So it's just me and Bruce.
Nice.
And when he's running down to make that layup, and I'm trying to be quiet, but I'm an idiot. And so he makes the layup, the goaltend, and everybody knows it's going to goaltend. And I'm like, Bruce! And I'm really quiet, but then Kelsey bangs on the floor, and Bruce is looking at me like, what, dude? I'm like,
right
no,
here.
look on the TV.
The TV, not you.
So good fun last night. Ton of fun watching those guys ball the heck out.
Does your wiener dog have a Nuggets jersey?
Oh, no.
Because imagine
doesn't.
like a little Brucey B
Yeah,
jersey
I gotta
and then
get
like a little
one.
headband for Bruce.
He's got a couple
Sometimes
Indiana
you need
shirts.
a headband on your wiener dog.
That's true.
So, yes.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a couple Indiana shirts and like a little Indiana handkerchief or whatever it is.
Of course he does.
He wears on game days, but
Oh, my God.
outside of that, nothing else.
You're beyond help.
All right, we'll get back to some Nuggets conversation. You want to text us, comment on the Nuggets over on the YouTube? Heck, you're more than welcome to do that. We'd love to hear from you on the RamosLaw.com text line and the YouTube stream over there on our Denver Sports YouTube page. Click subscribe while you're hanging out. But Cease, we talked about it yesterday. Some of these fatal flaws, right? We got 14 teams remaining in the NFL playoffs. And today we're going to focus on the AFC. Tomorrow we'll do the same dance, but over on the NFC side. And I want to talk about some of these fatal flaws with these teams. Well, the Broncos, we can spend a little bit of time here, but we're going to spend extended time throughout the week talking about some of their fatal flaws. I mean, I think the easiest thing is the defense for real again, and can the offense do more than long drives that end in 3 points?
Yeah.
Their flaws are field goals rather than touchdowns.
Yeah, right now that red zone's a big-time concern. We had Mace write about it at DenverSports.com, and that's something that it wasn't earlier, but it's become a new one.
3 for 9 their last 3 weeks.
The last 3 weeks, it's a new one. So can you fix that? I am very sure when they come back to work on Friday, that's one of the things that Sean Payton is going to be emphasizing of like, we've got, in him specifically, they have to be better calling plays, better packages, better opportunities, and does that lead to maybe more Jaleel McLaughlin, maybe something different, more Marvin Mims in the red zone, I think would be a key strategy there as well. So it is the last 3 games. We have to also know the last game was vanilla, totally vanilla, didn't show them anything type of thing. So It's just a disturbing trend because it was one of those things like, hey, well, when they turn it on and they get to the red zone, they're going to get you. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have a team that moves the ball and then kicks field goals, or a team that goes 3 and out, 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 and then the fourth quarter they're like, let's wake up, guys, and go score those touchdowns? Because we've seen both this year for the Broncos.
We have. I mean, look, the double-digit plays, the double-digit play drives are huge. And in the playoff game, if you're controlling time of possession and you have a good defense, you know what you do? You win championships like that. But it's got to be a little bit more than just 3 every single time out. So we know what the fatal flaws are of the Denver Broncos, and we're going to pick them apart the rest of the week. How about this number 2 seed in the New England Patriots? What are some of the flaws that you see with the New England Patriots?
Yeah, they're more than you would think. Do you want to start on their offense or on their defense?
Let's start with their offense because everyone's in love with Drake May.
Yes, they're in love with Drake May. Get him under pressure. Get him to play hero ball. Drake May is one of those players that when he's under duress, he's going to get a little wild with the football. He can, and he did this in college, and it's still there in the pros, he can get a little rushed with his reads. And if you're able to do that and cage the quarterback, as Vance Joseph likes to say, then you're going to be able to get Drake May back into that I can throw a touchdown every time I throw a pass mode, and that's a dangerous mode to be in. Patrick Mahomes can do that, but even when he does it, it's detriment to the Chiefs' offense. With Drake May, it's the same type of thing. He's got the ultimate confidence in that arm. So let him feel that pressure and try to play that hero ball. He'll also go after PS2. So PS2, keep your head on a swivel. But the Patriots' defense, which is interesting with Mike Vrabel, is actually their weakest part.
Really? And that's what his specialty is.
Exactly.
Well, real quick before you tell me about their defense, to Drake, all right, you go, well, if he's going to play this hero ball, you get him to make these mistakes. I went and looked at his sack numbers. 47 times he got sacked this year, almost 3 times a game. So he's standing in the face of pressure and still delivering. But what if that's repeated? And what if it's 3 sacks, but another 8 quarterback hits, right? Collectively from the Denver Broncos defensive line.
Right.
That's what I think they need to get Drake May. You need to make him make that decision a second and a half faster than he's been doing it the entire year.
Right.
Because even though he's getting sacked 3 times a game, he's getting time to watch that third route progress, bring a wide receiver back to him, and then make those throws downfield.
Right. So get after him and then get after their defense. Do you know that they're one of the worst in the league when it comes to explosive play rate allowed?
I did not know that.
42 plays of 20-plus yards.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot as well. They also allow a high completion percentage of quarterbacks, 66%. And then third down, because you always say, judge a quarterback on third down and red zone. Third down, they allow 40% conversion rate. 40%.
Wow.
On third down. That's ridiculous that you're allowing a team 40% of the time to move the chains. They struggle in critical situations. So it's not just the explosive play rate. It's the fact that when you're down, when you're on third down, you're likely to get that first down much more against the Patriots defense than you are against others in the AFC bracket. So also in the red zone, they've allowed 27 touchdowns, a 23% touchdown rate in the red zone.
Wow.
Another thing to look at when you judge this defense. This defense is that weakness. You can have explosive plays, you can complete a lot of passes, and you can convert a lot of third downs. They are not a scary defense at all.
Okay. So not as good as the Denver Broncos defense, who even have stubbed their toe basically since December 1.
Right. Yes. Unless they're playing Trey Lance, who's not good at football.
Not good at football at all. Well, with the New England Patriots, we've talked about it, and we're actually going to give the full breakdown of it today, what we actually want going into this postseason. And you and I aren't too far off about both wanting the New England Patriots. All right, how about the Jags as a number 3 seed? They're hot. They're real hot right now. Just like the Houston Texans, that division came down to those two playing their best football the last 2 months of this season. Trevor Lawrence has never looked no better. Liam Cohen has got this thing going. They're using Travis Etienne in a major way. We saw it firsthand because they didn't even have Tootin at that point. Now he is back. The addition of Jacoby Myers, we talked about it the week they played, has opened up everything for Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
Their fatal flaws is, can they actually continue to do this? Like, is it real? And they've given us a 2-month sample size, and you can get them, but I think that's the thing I'm looking at is, all right, you've shown us this is who you are in the regular season. Now the lights are going to be the brightest they've ever been. Can you still perform that way?
And I would say one of the best things that you could do against Trevor Lawrence is spy him. And you saw that in the Broncos game where he can get out and he can scoot and he can beat you with his legs, and then things open up with his arm. And then he's going to Jacoby Myers and Brenton Strange and sometimes Brian Thomas Jr. So, and you look at this time around, if you're to face Jacksonville again, they'll likely be with Bashal Tutin, the guy that they got because they couldn't get R.J. Harvey, because they really, 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 really wanted R.J. Harvey to be their Bucky Irving. Well, he's not. That is now Bashal Tutin, also with Travis Etienne. So that's a team to watch, and I think spying Trevor Lawrence. Their offense is pretty strong and pretty efficient, and they're rolling. And they give you spy Lawrence, that changes some things, changes the math for them.
The Pittsburgh,
and defense, by the way, there I got stuff for both.
Oh, go ahead.
So Jacksonville's defense also has a poor conversion rate on third down, and they struggle against 11 personnel mainly. So if you're the Broncos, Sean Payton wants to spread it out. 11 personnel is 3 wide receivers. That's right up his wheelhouse.
Okay.
Right where he wants to be.
Yeah. I like that a lot. And you thought there were some more points on the board still, even when Denver and Jacksonville played.
Yes.
Maybe on both sides, but Denver scored, 3 points in the second half?
Right.
So there's certainly more opportunity there. Pittsburgh, Houston, Buffalo, Los Angeles, your 4 through 7 seeds. What are their flaws? Find out next.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 13 years of age and older that are residents of the state of Colorado. Unless otherwise specified, employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or an entity associated with the contest may not enter. Full general contest rules are available at DenverSports.com.
Hey, the cold weather is here. Stoke here from my friends at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Has another company told you that you need a new furnace? Time to throw in the challenge flag. Rocks Heating and Air offers no obligation, free second opinions. And don't forget about heat pump rebates. They've never been better. Up to $13,500 only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly near and far without any glasses thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at ColoradoRLE.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. ColoradoRLE.com.
As the year winds down, Groove Toyota is helping you gear up for the road ahead. And right now, Groove Toyota has stocked over 35 used vehicles under $10,000. Great picks, great value, and perfect for Colorado drivers who want more without overspending. And with Toyotathon in full swing, it's the easiest time of the year to upgrade your lineup with a pre-owned Toyota or another solid used option before the year closes out. Finish the year strong with Groove Toyota.
On Broadway in Inglewood or online at GrooveToyota.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan brought to you by Flanagan Law.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we're going to keep this going here. Some fatal flaws, the conversation about the 7 playoff teams in the AFC. Tomorrow comes the NFC. We talked about the Broncos, the Patriots, the Jaguars, the Pittsburgh Steelers. What a list, huh? I'm sure we have plenty to go over with some of their fatal flaws.
Oh, yeah.
One is that Aaron Rodgers, can he continue to perform at a high level? He was all right in their season finale where they got a victory there over the Baltimore Ravens. He's also been doing it the last 2 weeks without DK Metcalf. You get that monster of a man back. That probably changes a little bit. But offensively, is there enough balance for the Steelers to get a win against a very, very good Houston Texans defense? I'm not quite sure about that. And then on the other side, what is this Pittsburgh Steelers defense? You got a couple of recognizable names on the interior defensive line with your trenches.
Right.
But it's not like they've been making the most of noise this year.
No, and that's another team. If I say the Patriots have given up 42 explosive plays of 20-plus yards, the Pittsburgh Steelers and vaunted defense have given up 53 pass plays. Pass plays.
Just pass plays?
Yeah, just pass plays. Not even including rushing plays of 20-plus yards. So that means you can get them deep. When that rush doesn't hit, then you've got time to throw.
That's over 3 a game.
Yeah.
3 explosive pass plays a game.
And what are Broncos fans kind of fiending for right now?
We want the long ball.
Hey, you got any more than
got me one of those bombs?
Right. You got me one of those deep pass plays? Is this a deep pass play giveaway? Right? That's what you are, and that's what Broncos country is waiting for. If you were to face the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I understand some out there really, really want that because it's the easy path. Resistance makes you learn more. You're not going to get much resistance from this vaunted Steelers defense, and I am being somewhat sarcastic.
Yeah, my hand is raised, not for the easiest path, because I want to see Aaron Rodgers cry in the car. That's what I want.
He's going to cry in the car.
Warm up the bus and start crying on the bus, Aaron. That's what I'm looking at. All right, the Houston Texans. I'm really intrigued to hear your fatal flaws here, because I was thinking about this last night, and there are a couple, right? Some of their offensive opportunities haven't been the same. They don't have those, well, I'm talking about explosive plays a lot throughout this segment. They don't have those big deep ball plays. Now they can hit them, they just don't necessarily have them.
Yeah, they don't necessarily have them. With the Houston Texans, you're looking at C.J. Stroud struggling in the red zone. So, can you get them? And it's almost what happens with some Broncos teams and opponents that you face, the really, really strong ones. Let's say a Philadelphia, Green Bay definitely fell into this. So if you go back to that game, what did Denver do? Oh, you drove the ball, but you got 3. So as a team, as an opponent, Eagles, Packers, whatever, let's talk about the Texans, you're going to move the ball. You're feeling good. Oh, got a field goal. Hey, get him next time. It's not how football works. But because you held them to the field goal, as long as you can get your touchdown. So I'll talk about their defensive weaknesses, but it's almost tricking the Texans into shutting down in the red zone and being okay with field goals.
Yeah.
You should never do that in the postseason. Every drive is critical. Minimize your 3 and outs. Minimize your trips to the red zones with field goals. But if you can get your opponent be like, field goal this time, next time, That's kind of what C.J. Stroud has done, not just with the Broncos. Of course, he got hurt in that game, but this entire season. So C.J. Stroud in the red zone may be the biggest fatal flaw for the Houston Texans offense.
I wonder, too, if the Texans are rolling into this thing with 9 straight wins. Remember when we had that conversation? Somebody on our website wrote about it, and I don't remember the author. I'd give him credit, but about like, man, maybe they lose. To just get that out of the way. I wonder how Texans fans are feeling about the 9 straight wins now. One was with Davis Mills? One or
Davis
two,
Mills,
maybe one of those?
Yep.
And then C.J. Stroud comes back, and he's got a couple of months sample size here. They're red hot. The Houston Texans, because of what their defense is, might be the scariest team alive right now on the AFC side.
I know how to break them.
How do you do it?
13 personnel, that's 3 tight ends, so a heavy package.
Yeah.
I'll put in Frank Crum. You want Frank Crum out there, Adam Troutman, Evan Ingram? Okay. Or Nate Atkins if you're blocking, but still, like, they are incredibly weak against 13 personnel. They've given up some of the most explosive plays on the ground. So their rush defense is soft.
Makes me nervous.
Here's the problem. Unless J.K. Dobbins is back, and that's a conversation I hope we're having later in the show, because if Dobbins is back, what does this running back room look like? Mr. Andrew Mason brought that up last night on OBT, so we got to talk about it today. If you look at the situation, if you can run the ball with a jumbo package, you can wear down. You essentially try to slow down Will Anderson by just running and keeping those pass rush opportunities away from that defense.
Run away from him and make you chase all day. Get to the fourth quarter.
Wear him
what's he got in
down,
the tank?
get his hands on his hips, especially here at altitude, because everything has to come through the mile high. So I'm telling you, and again, the conversation about J.K. Dobbins, can he be back for the divisional round? That's not out of the question. I think it's more AFC Championship, but you've got to get there. If, in fact, you do face Houston, then you've got to run the ball. Whether that's J.K., RJ, Jaleel, doesn't matter. You've got to be able to run the ball. Their defense isn't really weak in any other spot.
Yeah, they are not. All right, 6 and 7. Buffalo and Los Angeles. The Buffalo Bills in at the 6th seed. They're going to Jacksonville to take on the Jags. I love that that's a 3-6 matchup because, again, I think the Texans are a problem, but the Jags and Bills both really, really good, and they're going to knock each other out. Obviously, Sean McDermott is a fatal flaw. I was thinking about this driving in, so I'm like, oh, yeah, we're going to do our fatal flaw segment today. What if Jacksonville wins? Why does Sean McDermott not get fired?
He should.
If Jacksonville wins, they should be firing their coach.
Yes.
Because, they're missing some things. They can still run the football whenever the hell they want to.
Right.
A couple of playmakers on the outside that they thought would pop, never really popped, asking Josh to raise all boats, and he hasn't done that on a consistent basis yet. So I would say coach is a major fatal flaw, and I'm with you. He should be fired if they do not advance past the first round. And then do they have enough playmakers on the outside, or does Josh just have to do everything for them to win? And if that's the case, I'm not sure they're going to win.
Yeah, the fatal flaw for them is, who are their wide receivers?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Khalil Shakir I really like, but again, I like him as a 2 or a 3, not as a 1. They don't really have a 1. Who is their 1? It was supposed to be Keon Coleman, and then he's got some, I guess, attitude problems or whatever that has caught him inactive sometimes. Like, they've had a problem there. Maybe he's more motivated now. I don't know.
Crazy that the guy that talked about how he was going to spend his money on draft night didn't work out.
It might just be Sean McDermott, okay? But I look at it and I go, okay, their tight ends will get you. They got 3 of those guys, so you got to watch out for that. But as far as, like, offensive weapons, they got Josh Allen, dangerous. James Cook, dangerous. Everyone else,
can you put an emphasis on taking Cook out of the game and then go, Josh, do everything? Now, he can, and it might get you, but that might be the best approach to it.
Yeah, and the thing is, their defense isn't any good either, so they can struggle on the defensive side of the ball. Their fatal flaw is they don't have enough playmakers around Josh, wide receivers basically, and then defensively, they're flawed as well. Third down inefficiency, one of the worst in the league, so that's something where, okay, again, you're in third down situations. A lot of the times you're going to be going to punt.
Yeah.
Against the Buffalo Bills, a lot of the times, actually their conversion rate is 43%. And you get approach 40. I talked about, Jacksonville earlier at 40%. Or was that the Patriots? Anyway, you get a 43% conversion rate. You're feeling pretty good on third down.
And last, and certainly least, it is the Los Angeles Chargers. What's their fatal flaw? They're called the Chargers. they're owned by the Spanos family.
And they choke?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much their fatal flaw. Again, what are they going to come back and look like? We know they have an emphasis on running the football game via their head coach, but can their defense do enough to slow down, or do they have to go and win a shootout every week?
And here's the other thing. This is why you should have traded for Breece Hall. Run defense is a concern. They allowed over 1,700 yards rushing this year. So offensively, we could talk about, how does Keenan Allen match up, and where's Ladd McConkey and all that kind of stuff. Ronnie Gadsden is a good tight end, good rookie tight end, because they took that seriously and didn't get a garage project.
Interesting concept.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, guys that can help now? That's the problem with I thought about this last night, which is so fascinating, what I think of at night. But I was like, Caleb Lohner, he could turn into something, but the problem is he's not something now.
Yeah.
This team is in a Super Bowl window now. I don't care about 3 years from now. Hey, Caleb Lohner actually does something. I don't care. Right now, you're in a Super Bowl window. You could have made a draft pick, Ronnie Gadsden. That was a day 3 pick that could have impacted your team today because he's a good starter for the Chargers. So defensively, if you can run the ball again, run the ball. Things change in the postseason, just like basketball, just like hockey. Football, it changes. Run the ball, play great defense. You can win a Super Bowl.
Caleb Lohner could be something, and Beyonce could leave Jay-Z to be with me. I don't know either of those things are going to happen. Couple quick texts for Tribe Roll Call. Our dude Dylon, he's out in enemy territory in Kansas City today doing pharmaceutical consulting. Go Broncos. Love the show, fellas. Keep doing what you're doing.
Nice.
What is pharmaceutical consulting? If you're a consultant, one, you've done it. The people that you're consulting with, pretty much every time you leave, go, what the heck does this guy do? We're paying this guy?
Yeah.
But if you can get it, like a consultant, that's a good job to have.
But if I was a bicycle delivery driver, rider for Mr. Nice Guy, and then someone would be like, damn, would you go to weed college? Yeah. Is that what that is?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Just for pills? I don't know. You're going to have to let us know what the heck that means. We don't know what's going on.
I have a buddy of mine, and we still have to go to Chad's house. He'll tell me what he does. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I know the dude's loaded, but that's it. I just have no idea what he does.
I got to be honest. I feel that same way about my lady. We've been together for 5 years. She's like, what do I do for a living? I'm like, no idea. You work for Lumen Technology. I don't know what you do, though. Shout out to the Tribe, says our dude Isaac with Spore Building Group. Blessed to be a fan in Colorado. We need that trifecta, Broncos, Nugs, and Avs. He's remodeling Falcon High School up in Falcon, Colorado, watching and listening on YouTube. Isaac, we appreciate you for doing that. Shout out to the Spore Building Group, getting it done there in Falcon today. Keep your texts coming. Tribe Roll Call. Who are you? Where are you? What you doing for a buck out there today? We are going to go inside the internet. We got the list of Broncos opponents for next year. I want to talk about the best home game and the best road trip to hit. That's next.
The Broncos took care of business against the Chargers and closed out the regular season with a win. After a roller coaster season, does Sean Payton have his team dialed in for the playoffs? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If you're tired of your house feeling uncomfortably cold and shocked every time you open your electric or oil bill, it may be time to replace your windows. What's up, everybody? It's Cecil for Window Nation. January is actually one of the best times to do it, thanks to my friends at Window Nation. Right now, Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale is going on, making it a great time to replace all the windows in your home. And you can get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. There you go. Fantastic. Window Nation replaces old or builder-grade windows with custom-built, high-quality windows measured 3 times to ensure a perfect fit and year-round comfort. Choose from over 1,500 styles and colors, backed by a lifetime warranty and installed right the first time by experienced professionals. Window Nation, proud to be part of Team Dave Logan, a corporate supporter of the Wounded Warrior Project. Hurry, this sale ends soon. Schedule your fast free estimate now at windownation.com.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hey, Broncos country. It's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WillHiteWins.com. That's WillHiteWins.com.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. From conspiracy theories to cat videos, the World Wide Web can be a terrifying and beautiful place. So strap in and follow Dover and Cecil down the wormhole as they take you inside the Internet.
This, Jen, is the Internet.
All right, what's going down inside the internet? Well, we'll start over at DenverSports.com. An article by Andrew Mason about the Broncos' home and road opponents for 2026. You know what's super annoying? I got it this morning again when who got let go? Eberflus got let go in Dallas, and you get the same tweet by 30,000 different people. It's so annoying. I just got to pick one person to follow locally. I think it's going to be you and Mace and Kliss, and I'm going to unfollow everybody else. And I got to do the same thing nationally, just Schefter and maybe not the little guy because he's a turd, but somebody else. But the opponents have come out. You know they're going to face the division. In fact, let's take the division opponents out of this conversation. You obviously play them at home and away. Your other home opponents, Buffalo. It's always great when you don't have to go to Buffalo. Our main man ZB got the hell out of Buffalo and came here. He knows the deal. Miami might be a interesting game depending on where the Dolphins are in that moment.
Right.
The Los Angeles Rams, very fun opponent. Seattle Seahawks, 2 14-win teams from a year ago, going to do their dance at Mile High. That's a ton of fun. And then Jacksonville. And we're getting us a nice little rivalry budding between these two teams because Liam Cohen still can't get over the small market thing. Do you see their Twitter graphic? The Jags, after they won, was like not bad for a small market team or something like that.
Oh my God, get over yourself.
They literally did it on Twitter. So I'm like, okay.
Talk about small manager syndrome. Hey, Liam Cohen, go get another 4-inch lift for your truck.
Maybe it's a fun little rivalry budding there. Your away games, again, the division opponents we don't have to talk about. You're going to go to Foxborough, take on Drake May and those boys. You're going to go to New York, take on the Jets if you just like New York.
No interception in that game.
Pittsburgh, Carolina, Arizona.
Okay.
And then San Francisco will be your away game. So that's interesting. The Broncos will play twice in Santa Clara in the year of 2026.
Nice.
Cease, best road trip, what would it be? What would you want to go to? Division games excluded.
Miami.
No, that's a home one.
Oh, that's a home game?
one.
Damn it. Okay.
Away is New England,
San Francisco,
New York, Pittsburgh, Carolina, Arizona, San Fran.
Arizona?
Yeah, I think that's probably the one.
Yeah. Arizona.
You know why, though? Golf. See my boy Dan and his wife as well, but imagine it's going to be cold here. Well, I guess if it gets cold here again, then you could watch football and play golf.
Carolina's beautiful as well, but it's the Panthers, whatever.
I've been in North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah, so it's beautiful out there, but it's not Colorado, and Arizona certainly isn't Colorado. And Santa Clara, I guess, would be a good road trip just to go back and be like, this is where the Broncos won Super Bowl 60 and 50.
New England might be fun to have. Now, I want to say, have fun
you
back
really
and
want to
forth
go to Boston?
with Patriots fans.
You really want to go to Boston?
I'm going to get in a fight. I'm going to get arrested, and I can't be doing that.
Yeah. So, I don't think I would really ever go to Boston. I don't have any plans or desire to go to Boston, and, well, Boston people probably don't like people like me. So, there you go.
Well, they don't like a certain person, that's for sure. How about home game? So, again, division excluded, Buffalo, Miami, L.A., the Rams, Seattle, Jacksonville. What would be the best home game to go to?
Home game to go. Well, any of them. Rams.
See the Rams.
Yeah.
See what's going down. You don't want to see Josh Allen and the Bills.
Isn't that story
I mean, everybody here loves Josh Allen. So much.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's fantastic. Win something.
See, I might go just to boo Josh Allen, just to be the guy that zigs when everyone zags.
Okay, I got you.
I might go Buffalo just to get after Josh Allen.
Okay.
Be like, you still sleeping with your buddies, girl? Stuff like that. That's what I'd be yelling out.
You can wear some CSU gear, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. So, yeah, Buffalo for me. Tribe members, you tell us, what's your best road trip and your best home game that you'd like to go to? If you need the list, go to DenverSports.com. Check out what Andrew Mason's got.
Where'd you hear that?
The internet.
And you believed it?
Yeah. They can't put anything on the internet that isn't true.
I read this on Pro Football Talk last night. Von Miller, he always wanted to pass DeMarcus Ware in sacks. Well, he's tied with DeMarcus Ware in sacks. He actually got 9 sacks this season. The last one that he got tied him. 138.5 career sacks. That's good for 9th most in the entire NFL, and he's actually only 3.5 away from ranking 6th all-time, which could be achievable next year. And Von Miller said yesterday he would like to continue his career. He hopes that means a return to the Commanders. Miller is a free agent in March, and he'll also be 37 years old in March.
Okay.
Is there another year for Von Miller in this league?
And do I have Von Miller fatigue? Yeah, I kind of do. And I was hoping, because you read that sentence, I was like, he didn't say Denver, did he? He didn't say Denver. No. He didn't say. It said Washington.
He reached out to Denver last year, and they said we're good.
We're good, because they are. And our friend Nikki Javala, she had a quote from Vaughn of like, I wish I would have been more serious earlier. Okay,
wow.
Yeah, as an old guy, you might have some regrets, but like he was just talking about how when he was younger.
He's talking about, I thought he meant like in this season.
Oh, no.
He's talking about getting arrested
in his career.
And using a fake wiener to pass a drug test.
Yeah.
Okay.
Using the fake wiener. Probably not on the highlight reel when you go in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
Not.
No bronze fake wiener when you go into Canton. You know what I mean? Well, hey, Dion's had a bandana.
I guess so, yeah.
So, Vaughn could have the fake wiener, the bronzed. But anyway, like, it's fine. All right, Vaughn, go play another year. Go, miss the playoffs again, whatever.
I mean, look, I didn't pay a ton of attention to Von Miller. When I read Pro Football Talk,
9 sacks is surprising,
that's
right?
What I said. When I saw the number, I'm like, at 36 years old, that's still pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it's he's rushing on rushing downs and resting the rest of the way.
Yeah.
But 9 sacks is an impressive number for a dude that's 36 years old.
Yeah, it is. So, probably still got something left in the tank, and maybe he's one of those rushers that holds on until November and then signs with a playoff contender.
I look, if Vaughn wants to be in the league, he'll find a home.
Sure.
If Washington doesn't want him, Dallas, I'm sure, would take him on as a third down pass rusher. Just a guy that only comes in and rushes the passer. Yeah, he can still probably get that done.
And it would be funny because he's a Texas guy, and then DeMarcus Ware coming from the Cowboys sign him, he goes and breaks DeMarcus's record with the Cowboys.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That's a fun
so
little
there's a
story,
little something there. He can still play in this league. It's just, I'm kind of done talking about Vaughn because the Broncos don't need him.
I think the next best thing with us and Vaughn will him retiring as a Bronco, sign the one-day contract or whatever, like Chris Harris did, and then that will be our Vaughn story and make everybody feel good about themselves. That's how it'll go down. All right, that's what's inside the internet, something we do every day around 10:45. Our dude Rob from Cortez texts in and says, "Good morning, boys. Nuggets killing it in Philly. Gotta love that. Go Broncos and go Tribe." We appreciate that, Rob. Keep it up for sure. And we're actually going to get back to some of these Denver Nuggets conversations. Matt checking in from North Glen. Go Broncos, go Avs, go Nuggets. Let's get that sports trifecta for Denver. He's out there doing some electrical work. On Peter Forsberg's old house. Wow, this dude lived large, says Matt from North Glen. Nice, Matt, crushing it out there. See if he's left any memorabilia around or anything, right? Check every cabinet today, Matt. Good look, and keep it going there at Peter's old crib. We are on to quarter number two, and we got to get back to the Denver Nuggets. They were without 5 starters, 2 key bench players, and still found a way to win in Philadelphia. We'll tell you how it went down and what it could mean for a few of the guys that shined last night, coming up next.
The Broncos win their 14th game of the season and finished as the #1 team in the AFC. With an extra week to prepare, will the Broncos move one step closer to a Super Bowl return? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Colorado's largest sportsman's travel event is back. Outfitters, lodges, and destinations. Meet the experts who'll make your trip unforgettable. Sportsman's Expo, Thursday through Sunday at the Colorado Convention Center in Denver.
Let go of the weight for good without drugs, shot, and weird side effects with Soda Weight Loss. Because this is weight loss the natural way.
If you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, wow, I would just love to see that younger version of me again, Soda Weight Loss is about to make your day. Because one of the first things clients talk about is how they look 10 years younger.
And right now, when you join, your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA, weightloss.com.
Dental phobia? Consider Sedation Dentistry with Clarkson Dental. Their highly trained team will lead you through an exceptional dental experience, from that first fearful call all the way through to aftercare. Call the most experienced sedation dentist and staff. Clarkson Dental, coloradosedation.com.
Enjoy this run to the playoffs and be safe when you're going to the games or to parties. If you do get into an accident, make the right call to Flanagan Law. While the other guys blend in, I stand out. Look for the Shamrock. Flanagan Law, your advocate when you need it most.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/22/26. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate.
5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. That's Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
The college football playoff isn't over. Not yet. That epic run, that wild dream, not over till the clock hits 0. Till the stadium shakes. Till the wild things are let loose. Till the trophy is lifted and the confetti falls. This is the national championship. When it's over, you'll feel it. This is the wild world of college football. The CFP National Championship, Monday, January 19th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents
down last night, the Denver Nuggets getting a version of the Denver Nuggets getting a victory over the Philadelphia 76ers. The Nuggets improved to 24-12, 14-7 away. The Sixers dropped to 19-15 because of a 125-124 victory. Bruce Brown with the game-winning layup there. The Sixers only scored 4 points. The Nuggets only scored 5, but that's one more than the 4 that they scored.
Just got it done, right?
That's it. They got it done. We talked about Jalen Pickett, Zeke Naji, and Payton Watson doing their thing earlier. Dude, I'm going to stay on this, and especially now that he's starting to show he can certainly hold his own both on the defensive end, scoring, facilitating, running the offense when he needs to do it. They still need a backup ball handler. Is Jalen Pickett not showing us exactly what I want?
Right.
Let him get this run, show his coaches, earn his trust from his teammates, and let him be your backup ball handler. That doesn't mean he's got to play 25 minutes in the playoffs.
No, not at all.
It means right now it's January. You need somebody to handle that role until April. I think Jalen's the dude.
He is the dude, and what's the one problem with Jalen Pickett we always talk about? Like,
Small,
size. The way he was taking to Embiid, it's like he had no fear. Absolutely no fear. What he was doing from the arc, distributing the basketball, and just controlling things. Control and craft is what I put in my notes when it comes to Jalen Pickett. So you love to see that. You want to see more. And yeah, he's working his way into a larger role, even if it is a smaller role, because we had 0 role for him in the postseason. Now he's your backup ball handler. And then in the postseason, he can go on the attack as well. I like it. The game isn't too big for him. That's the thing. And we saw that last year with Pickett.
That's a great way to put it.
Pickett comes in, and he's just like smooth. He's comfortable. He's easy. He's at ease. And I think kind of his energy was infectious for the rest of the Nuggets last night.
Yes, it was. And then Zeke Naji. I tweeted it before the game like, hey, watching this amount of Zeke Naji basketball should come with its own briefcase of cash. And then he showed up, dude.
Right.
Showed up in a major way, playing 32 minutes. He scored 21 points. You want to talk about efficiency? He was 7-11 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, even got to the charity stripe 4 times and knocked down 3 of those things and added 8 rebounds in a night where they needed gang rebounding more than they ever have. Zeke Naji showed something last night. He hits a big-time 3 in the fourth quarter of that game where he catches and shoots with no hesitation and nothing but confidence. He's lacked that his entire NBA career.
Right.
And, if you don't believe in yourself, guess what's not going to happen? So seeing him play with that sort of confidence was a major improvement for him. And now, if he continues to look like that, you could ship his ass out of here. He's actually tradable if he looks like that more often than not. Now, the problem is he'll take 1 step forward and 90 back.
Right.
1 step forward, 90 back. Maybe this game gives him a little juice to take a couple of steps forward before the trade deadline in 29 days from now.
I was going to say, a couple of steps forward to the trade market.
Yeah. I would hope so.
With free headbands.
Exactly. And, dude, it is not about Nuggets fans. Savior, well, you got to get back this. No, they don't.
No.
They need to get him off the books and that money out of here.
Yeah, that money out of here. And by the way, we got to get to Phil's tweet as well.
Yeah.
Because that money can't go to Payton Watson unless you go to the second apron.
Or Payton Watson takes this crazy, ridiculous team-friendly deal,
which he should never do.
And his agent would tell him never to do that.
Right,
and
you're
hopefully
insane.
His family would tell him.
You're absolutely insane if you take a discount, especially with what Payton Watson is doing. So save some money by trading away Zeke Naji, and if this is like featuring him for a trade, awesome, great. Get some interest drummed up because right now. I mean, you pick up the phone and call, somebody'd laugh at you if you're like, hey, Zeke Naji?
Yeah.
But now maybe someone's considering that as teams try to manage caps and rosters and all that. So, yeah, see if you can make something happen. But I saw Phil on Twitter talking about how the Denver Nuggets can't lose Payton Watson this offseason. So does Philip Lindsay, and I'll throw in ZB as well, do they think that he's worth second apron?
I don't know. We'll have to ask them that.
I'm going to ask him that in crosstalk today.
They're big fans of P-Watt. I actually had someone, I was just telling you the break, they bookmarked one of my tweets so they could go back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope they're happy and proud of themselves.
I almost asked them, like, is this Zach? Is this Zach by? But look, dude, to their point and to the Drive's point, what the Nuggets have done with P-Watt is actually pretty incredible.
Yes, it's
amazing. One of the things
what
that
he's
Calvin
done.
got right. You get this guy and you go, oh, he didn't do anything in college, but I think we can develop him. Playing alongside the best player in the world certainly helps that with Nikola. And Payton gets credit for understanding the role he has to play. But has everyone forgot about the second apron? And I think that's the deal. This is what we do every day, Cease. It's always at the top of my mind. You re-up with Payton Watson, you are in the second apron. And we all know what that means. You're stuck with your roster. Now, the new front office found a way to come in here and move Michael Porter Jr. That's the only reason they're not in salary cap hell once again. Why would you want to put yourself right back in that for a good player, but a dude that's going to come off your bench his entire career?
Right.
You don't go into the second apron for a sixth man. I'm sorry. That's not a basketball philosophy that I'm willing to get with.
And this isn't about the feels. Like, of course, everyone loves what Payton Watson can do and the energy and the shot blocking, a couple blocks last night, like just that kind of presence that they really don't have down low in the low post. So Watson and what he can do as a shot blocker, and then now with more offensive firepower and offensive output from Watson, you love to see it, but that doesn't mean don't get all up in your feelings about you got to keep them. This isn't you're not it's not Pogs, it's not Beanie Babies, it's not Funko Pops. Collect them all. Like we love Payton Watson. Yeah, it's awesome. He'll be playing for someone else next year.
Yeah, like I said, if your basketball philosophy says you'll go into the second apron for a sixth man, all right, that's your philosophy. I think it's completely wrong. I won't do that, but they get to make their own decisions.
Yeah, well, we know how just kind of hesitant teams are. That's why there's talk of like maybe the super team era can come back.
I can guarantee you this. The Kroenke family has no interest in getting back into that second apron. It doesn't matter who it's for.
Right.
They wouldn't do it for their little buddy Missouri boy, Michael Porter Jr. You think they're going to do it for Payton freaking Watson?
Exactly. Maybe he could get an honorary degree from Mizzou, right?
And make him more likable down there.
Exactly. Well, he's a Mizzou guy.
Yeah, that's right. P-Watt, good player, but I'm not going to the second apron for that.
Yeah, Creaky on the YouTube chat puts it perfectly. P-Watt's playing for a contract, and it ain't going to be here.
And good for him.
Yes.
And honestly, like, I hope he gets a big fat payday. It's a cool story of an NBA. This dude averaged less than 4 points in college. and he's about to get a major bag at the NBA level. That's a success story.
Yeah.
And it's cool for Payton.
Yeah.
Just don't mess up my team while you're getting your bag.
A success story and a starter for somebody else.
Yeah.
Just not a starter here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. David Adelman, after the game, talking about how memorable that win was.
Yeah, I mean, Utah all those years ago, and we had 7 players. Obviously, Milwaukee, we got in at like 4:30 in the morning and somehow won that game. But this one's different. This one's unique because our best player didn't play. You know, Yoke played in Utah when there were 7 of us. That's not what this was. This was a bunch of guys finding a way to get it done with grit and effort and timely shot making. And I think that's something that when they're older, 20 years from now, they'll probably grab a beer and talk about this game.
I think he's right. And I also think they're listening to Hard Knock Life in the background. That's what I was trying to figure out there.
Yeah.
I told you earlier, I think it was a better win last night because of exactly what Coach just said. You had Joker and Jamal in Utah. You had Peyton Watson and Zeke Naji last night.
Yeah.
Different guys.
Totally different tax bracket, if you will.
Another one from Coach Adelman real quick, just the overall collective team win.
It was just fun to see all these guys have a moment, and then for the collective energy and the group to get rewarded for it. You know, if we lose this game by 1, I'm still so proud of the group. To find a way to finish it just says a lot about the group, and they deserved it.
They did deserve it. They came out, and it was... We say it all the time with all of our teams, really. Come out with intent. We talk about it with the Nuggets a lot because they lack that. Dude, that group, they came out with intent. They came out swinging last night, and that's Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid like, I just got punched in the face by Jalen Pickett.
Right.
What am I supposed to do?
Right. And that's why Embiid has all those turnovers. What do you have, 6 of them in that game? So, yeah, good job, Denver Nuggets. What a game.
He had one where he literally just threw it down the court, and Bruce Brown went and chased it down. I was like, what is he doing? I love watching Joel Embiid suck. It's one of my favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
I told you there's a little corner of my heaven, my personal heaven, where it's just Joker highlights. The other corner is Embiid lowlights. That's what my heaven looks like.
Okay,
it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. All right,
Thank you, Jesus.
It's a Tuesday. Let's get into our danger rankings, a playoff version of our danger rankings. Who are the most dangerous teams left in that tournament? We'll tell you next.
The Broncos followed up their 2024 season by winning 14 games, reclaiming the AFC West and securing a first-round bye in the playoffs. Are the Broncos destined for a return to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Febreze. It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Women go through many changes in their lives.
And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
You'd love new windows, but don't want to pay a fortune for them. I get it. Well, January's a great time of year thanks to Window Nation. Right now, they're more affordable during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows Free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. And ask how you could get a pair of Icon Pass 2-day sessions. If you're feeling cold drafts, have trouble getting your windows open or closed, or paying a lot for your heat, it's time for new windows. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com now.
A careless driver caused your crash. Medical bills are piling up, and you might not be able to work. Life just got a lot more expensive, and you don't know what to do. At Berg Simpson, your consultation is absolutely free. We'll explain your legal options at no cost to you. Help starts with a phone call to us.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. It's not just a slogan, it's who we are.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Yeah, we're in the danger zone. Danger zone! If you don't like Archer, I can't hang with you. I can't hang out with you. If you don't like Archer, I don't understand people that don't like Archer. How would you not love Archer?
It's a great show.
Danger zone. Lana!
We're getting our danger rankings, playoff version of them, and it's going to roll right into our path, the path that the Broncos are going to take to Super Bowl 60, and what you want, what Cecil wants, what I want. We'll do that coming up at 11:30, but we've been hitting our danger rankings the last couple of months here leading up to the postseason, and this is not your traditional boring power rankings 1 through 32 with some pipsqueak at PFF that weighs 110 pounds given his list. Never thrown a football in his life. We're doing danger rankings like who can actually win this thing this year and what order does that go in. This might be the lowest I've had the Broncos, if I'm being honest here. My danger rankings start with a team that I was like, I'm not even sure if I should respect them 3 weeks ago. And now they're at the top of the list. It's the Seattle Seahawks. Number one on my danger rankings right now.
Okay.
What they've been able to
Sam
accomplish.
Darnold seeing ghosts?
Well, it's mostly because of their defense.
Okay.
That defense is the real freaking deal, man. And even when Sam has a bad night or a bad day, they're good enough to overcome that. Mm-hmm. They're smart with their play calling and game planning. You know what the Seattle Seahawks did? They said, we're going to get a quarterback that's not on a top tier. He might not even be on the second tier. Now, what they have accomplished probably puts him on that second tier. And they said, we're going to build a hell of a team around this dude so that he only has to go out and manage the game and not make mistakes.
Right.
And he's good at that. They're a dangerous football team because of who that defense is. And we say the same thing on the other side with the AFC. It all has to go through Seattle on the NFC side.
Yeah, all has to go through Seattle. We'll see if the ones can make it to the Super Bowl. And if they had lost to the Rams, I'd still have full faith in the Rams being the most dangerous team.
Same.
But they beat them. Now, it was a weird play. Zach Charbonnet just picking up the football. Like, okay, so there was some oddities within that game, but that's what happens in football. So Seattle, number one in danger rankings. I can dig it.
Jacksonville in at number 2.
How are they not number 1?
Well, see,
because they're on a heater,
and it's Seattle.
Is it because they're small market?
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Seattle started their run a little earlier. Now Jacksonville, like right now, might be a little hotter, but the overall body of work, I kind of lean towards Seattle. Looking at the final regular season, into the playoff danger rankings, but it might be my 1A, 1B type of thing because it's hard to It's hard to write off Jacksonville right now.
Well, and I trust Trevor Lawrence a hell of a lot more than I trust Sam Darnold.
Well, how about that sentence? We couldn't trust either of them 6 months ago. Now we're arguing over who we could trust more.
At the beginning of the year, Liam Cohen wasn't saying much nice about Trevor Lawrence. Now,
he wasn't any good until Jacoby showed up.
Yeah, and then they figured it out, and he got more comfortable, and Liam Cohen's coming around to be a big Trevor Lawrence guy. But I've heard that behind the scenes, Cohen never took it easy on his quarterback.
Okay.
Because the thing is, when it doesn't work out, you're a new coach, right? Brand new coach. They've got a franchise quarterback they already paid. Really? Why isn't he a franchise quarterback yet? He's finally playing like a franchise quarterback, like a number 1 overall pick, but that's only the last 2 months of the season. But it's large credit goes to Liam Cohen for giving him that tough love and not backing off because, oh, well, he's a franchise quarterback. I can't talk to him that way. No, you can. Go get in his kitchen, get the best from him, and that's what Cohen's doing.
Number 3, staying in the AFC, this is where I have the Patriots. In here at number 3 again. They won 14 games. Are there some flaws, as we talked about, and we'll revisit again at noon? Yeah, there are. But they're pretty damn good. And I got them ahead of the Broncos by 2 spots because I actually have Houston next. Win 9 games in a row. It's pretty difficult to ignore what you've been able to do.
Okay.
They're peaking at the right time. Well, the Broncos offense is limping at the wrong time.
Yeah, and the Broncos offense in the red zone over the last 3 weeks has been that concern. I would disagree with you on Patriots over the Broncos here. Jacksonville's an interesting conversation. Seattle is an interesting conversation, but I believe the Broncos should be higher, and I will bring up coaching as one of the main reasons why.
That's a fair point.
Mm-hmm. The reason they're here is because of Sean Payton. That roster is not a 14-win roster. That's Sean Payton doing his work.
Is Sean Payton a better coach than Mike McDonald?
Yeah.
Is it a big margin?
I'm
not sure it is.
I think that with Darnold, you're seeing the best of what McDonald wants to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it's the fit for him.
Yeah.
It's just a fit on a different level.
I mean, asking if he's better than Liam Cohen doesn't seem unfair. The dude's still in his rookie year, and Sean's a couple of decades into this.
Well, Mike McDonald's still wet behind the ears as well.
I guess that's
his
third year, right,
Yeah.
for him as a head coach. Mike Vrabel, Sean Payton. I think Sean Payton.
Yeah, give me Sean Payton.
D'Amico Ryans, Sean Payton.
Give me Sean Payton.
We sure?
He's done it. D'Amico hasn't done it. Until
True.
D'Amico does it, I'm always going to have that. So give me somebody with a ring that I could say, oh, that's a debate on Sean Payton. Sean Payton's got hardware.
I mean, there's only one, Nick Sirianni here as I'm looking, and Hank Scorpio, Sean McVay.
I always forget you call him Hank Scorpio. I was like, Hank Scorpio, I'm not familiar with that head coach.
I mean, is he better than Nick Sirianni? You'd say yeah.
Nick Sirianni gets more out of less. You know what I mean? If Sirianni has an advantage over Payton, is he gets more out of less.
Okay.
And then McVay's better than Sean Payton.
I think he's better than Kyle Shanahan. Everybody loves Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle hasn't won anything.
Yeah.
We love Kyle. He hasn't won anything.
So I go Denver, San Fran, and that is a lot of the coaching there. Because talent overall, you might lean towards San Francisco for now. Then Philly, then Buffalo, then the Rams. The Rams would have been higher. They beat up on Arizona, who were checked the hell out, but they almost lost 3 games in a row going into the postseason.
Right.
And then I find the Chargers on the back end. I probably shouldn't have even put the Chargers because they're not winning a damn thing.
Yeah, Danger Rankings doesn't include a team that chokes historically.
I'm deleting them right now. They're off the list. So I go Seattle, Jacksonville, New England, Houston. Then that's where I find the Broncos, Niners, Eagles, Bills, Rams. And those are the only teams that I think can make a deep run here.
Bump Broncos up, bump Rams up. That's my kind of early swipe over your
How
list.
far up? Broncos are at 5.
Broncos
are
at 3. Rams would probably be at 6.
Okay.
So a couple spots for both. I think it'd be fair.
See, moving.
How are we not calling Buffalo chokers?
Oh, they're chokers.
Right?
They're chokers.
I mean, the Chargers, we go on and on and on about how they choke because they do, but Buffalo's the same damn thing. It's just that Josh Allen has more commercials.
You're right.
And there's more people that say, Buffalo can do it. God. When they do it, we can talk about it. But until then, that's all they are is yip, 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 yip.
Yeah.
Talk, 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 talk.
Texter writes that something about Jim Harbaugh, he just seems to be Sean's kryptonite. He's 3-1 now, but the one was
the one was
guy.
against, So we'll see. We'll see. Well, isn't Sean like D'Amico Ryan's kryptonite? Or like we can play this game the entire way through. If Jim Harbaugh is Sean Payton's kryptonite, well, you're going to have to deal with that. perhaps in 2 weeks. And we will know, we don't necessarily, based on some ways, and Mace talked about this, we may know Sunday who they're playing based on how the games go over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Like, and if it's chalk, then we have to wait for the Steelers and Texans on Monday night.
Because that's 4-5.
But we may know by Saturday and Sunday's games who the Broncos are playing based how those games
If
end
the
up.
Bills win, well, I guess if the Chargers win, they come. They're the 7. You can't get lower than that.
Yeah. So we're going to know.
Yeah.
And we might know sooner than we think. It doesn't have to go to Monday. I hope it doesn't, kind of, because then we'll have more to talk about on Monday.
Yeah. I've already done my pre-boyfriend work. Kelsey's like, well, we're going to clean the house. We're going to take down the Christmas stuff. Our Christmas stuff's not making it to the stock show. Our tree sucks. I think we got ripped off. But I was like, hey, all that needs to be done by this time Saturday and this time Sunday, because then I'm going to be unbothered, chilling in a major way, watching playoff football.
Yep.
Dude, we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday playoff football in our lives.
That's awesome.
Can we just get through today and tomorrow? Can we fast forward to Thursday, please?
Right.
So that these games are right here in front of us. Those are our danger rankings. You disagree, you agree. Cecil said he'd change the order a little bit, move the Broncos up a couple slots and the Rams up a couple of slots. But what say you, tribe members? 303-713-1043 is the RamosLaw.com text line. Hit us up right there. Tell us what your danger rankings look like compared to ours, or the same deal over on our YouTube page that is the Denver Sports YouTube. All right, Cease, we've been kind of hinting at this. You've talked about it. The hardest path possible is what you want. I don't necessarily want the easiest path possible. I actually want a little mix of both. I'll tell you what I mean next.
The Broncos took care of business against the Chargers and closed out the regular season with a win. After a roller coaster season, does Sean Payton have his team dialed in for the playoffs? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/22/26. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. That's Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Download to see if you qualify for Albert Instant Advance. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription is required for Instant Advance. Please see the Albert app or albert.com for subscription pricing. Subscriptions can be canceled at any time.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? You can get up to a $1,000 advance fast to pay for car repairs, bills, rent, groceries, whatever you need. Plus, Albert can help you find ways to save and give you a custom budget to actually grow your money.
Albert can get me up to $1,000?
Exactly. But they do more than get you up to $1,000. Albert is your financial assistant, helping you budget, save, and spotting you money in a pinch.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000 for your bills, rent, groceries, and more. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000. Use code PLAN to get up to $1,000.
Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance is here. Their sleep experts will help find your dream bed from a quality selection. They make sleep easy.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
What are you looking for, Broncos country? This guy's angry, huh?
Chuck Billy? He beat cancer, man.
Oh, all right.
We all should celebrate Chuck Billy and Testament in our lives every single day.
Look, if you beat cancer, you can be as angry as you want.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sweet story right there.
Yeah, he had throat cancer.
Whoa, and he's still ripping that out?
Yeah.
Good for
and
him.
This song is from post-cancer.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
That's badass.
Yeah, he's awesome.
All right, we want to know from the tribe, Broncos country, what's the path you're looking to take? These Denver Broncos. Easiest route possible, right? Just a stroll through the playoffs? Or you're looking for a tough road to get through? Maybe you like a little bit of a combo of both of those things. I think that's where I'm at. I mean, I know that's how I feel I am, and I'll let the tribe be the judge of that, Cease, because I, like you, I want the New England Patriots. I want that smoke. I want it in the AFC Championship. I just think it's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got quarterback class from just a year ago.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about Caleb, Drake, Bo doing this thing this time around. I want that story. They're the second best team in the AFC versus the first best team in the AFC. And is Bo better than Drake? Can Drake do it against this defense?
Right.
Can Bo and the offense do it against that defense, which is not bad either? I want that smoke. Plus Broncos, Patriots in an AFC championship. Are you kidding me? Sign me up for that anytime because of the history that's been there. But in the divisional round, I'm looking for a little bit of a gimme. And I know there's some tradition there.
Are you riding the fence?
No.
Are you doing the Mike Evans mom? You don't have mom jeans. Let me see your butt.
Let
me see your butt.
I got some
Come on.
golf pants.
Okay, all right. Because Mike Evans wears those mom jeans,
yeah.
got that big old rump, and he sits on that fence. He's
He
like,
does.
where's that middle spot I can find that's perfectly comfortable? I think he's trying to find it on his taint. So he's trying to figure, it's a comfort thing. I get it, right? But I don't need you riding the fence, girl.
No fence
What are you
riding.
doing to me?
I have
what
a
are you
reason
doing?
why I'm looking for a little bit of an easier
What is
route.
it? What is it?
I want Aaron Rodgers' career to come to an end at the hands of Nick Bonito, Zach Allen, and Jonathan Cooper.
Okay.
I want Aaron Rodgers to be sacked 9 times. I want another one of those weird-ass Aaron Rodgers photos. Remember when his helmet was off and he had the weird hair going on? I want more of that with the Broncos responsible for it.
Well, when he was sacked, he's laying on his side and the helmet's up and his eyes are all crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
It would be fun to make Aaron Rodgers go home and cry to his beard, but I don't. That's not a motivation for me.
No?
The resistance when you work out. What do you bench press? We're getting very personal. Talking about your
I
butt.
have no idea.
Okay. In my best days, I could bench press 200 pounds.
I probably haven't done a bench
That's not
press
much. I'm not bragging.
I'm 41.
Okay.
In over 20 years.
Okay. So when I did at my best, it was, let's say, 200. That's not great. I'm not bragging at all whatsoever. 0. But I'm telling you this. If you want to lift more weight, don't you have to do something heavy?
Yeah.
If I were to take the bar's 45 pounds, right? I got a bar in my garage right now, and I'm doing, hey, I lift weights every day, only 45 pounds. Am I going to get stronger?
No.
Am I going to get better? Are you telling me this Broncos team is so good that they don't need the resistance? Resistance implements change. When you have resistance, when you have obstacles, that's what instigates change. This Broncos team is so flawed in many different ways. I want them battle-tested. And the Pittsburgh Steelers and their fraudulent quarterback with the mystery wife that nobody's seen, and then their defense that is not as good as their reputation implies, and the fans that'll be waving towels. I don't need that. That doesn't do the Broncos any good. You want a tougher test in the AFC Championship, and I appreciate that, brother. I really do. But I want, and it doesn't mean I want the 7 seed, because somebody texted that one day. Like, you want him the 7th? No. This team needs to be battle-tested, and I know in football and in life, the one thing that changes you is resistance. The one thing that changes you is, well, trauma. It changes, like, when you have obstacles to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you have obstacles to overcome, you're going to overcome them. If you take the easy path, you learn nothing. This team has a lot to learn.
See, I'm being real selfish. I don't care about the team. I care about my feelings.
Okay.
I care about me and my eyeballs watching Aaron Rodgers get beat the hell up for 60 straight minutes and then retire at the end of the day.
Okay.
That's what I care about. And
All right.
then I do want that. I do want to get through the second best team in the AFC to earn your trip to Santa Clara. One, like I said earlier, it's Patriots and Broncos. If that doesn't get you up, let me check your pulse. You might be dead. And two, it's, dude, you're telling me that Drake May, Bo Nix in year number 2 would be meeting in the AFC Championship as the 1 and 2 seed? Both have winning their first playoff games. Bo with 1, Drake with 2 because he has to play in the wild card weekend.
Yeah.
You can't write it better than that.
Okay. How about the Chargers in the divisional round?
I don't have a lot of
If
interest.
Jim Harbaugh is Sean Payton's kryptonite, right?
Yeah.
Because here's what we're in right now, and unfortunately we're in this, and I wonder why that we don't hear any sort of Drake May slander or more of it from Kev. Because, boy, he took some shots at my guy Jaden Daniels last year, and I told him, I said, no Jaden Daniels slander on this show. It does not exist. I told everybody they're going to have a down year. They had a down year. Drake May goes on and on and on. Everybody talks about him. Kev, you don't talk about Drake May as much, and I'm disappointed in you. But I hate to say that publicly. Kev, I love you. I appreciate you. But I got to tell you, I'm disappointed that we're not just crushing Drake May on a weekly basis.
I think we should. That's on me. That's
He's
definitely
dropped the ball. Kev dropped the ball.
I thought us just saying that they played absolutely nobody this year
Right.
has carried the load, but
Yeah,
Drake
no.
May sucks.
Yeah,
I would say if the Chargers are the kryptonite, because this is the spot we're in, unfortunately. And Kev, thanks for having our back. This is the spot we're in. Until they do something like that, they beat the Steelers. You know what we're going to hear. And I don't want to hear it. I don't, because you're being selfish about it. You want Aaron Rodgers correct. I don't want to hear the haters.
So that's, it's the easiest path possible to AFC Championship.
Of course, yeah. I mean, come on, whatever. Now, whatever. Beat up on the Steelers.
Keep moving the goalposts. It's all
exactly.
good.
They keep moving the goalposts every single time. If they win the Super Bowl, and let's say it's Carolina by a miracle makes it to the Super Bowl, you know what everyone's going to say? Oh, well, I mean, Bo Nix, blah, blah, blah. Like, let him talk. Let him talk, baby. I want the Broncos to win. And I just know that in football and life, you learn more with resistance. What is this easy path stuff? That's for the rich kids. And I'm sorry to call out Will like that because he's a rich kid.
He is.
But you ever stole to eat? Because I have.
Right.
And that's not great. I'm not bragging about that.
You in here for some man.
Give me $150,000. You ever slip and fall in a store to try to get money? I haven't done that. But like just those type of struggles make you different. When you're gifted everything, what the hell do you learn?
So what are you looking for?
Seriously.
We both want New England in the AFC Championship. Who are you wanting to come to Mile High for the divisional round? Is it the Chargers?
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers would be up there. Who's the possible opponents?
Your possible opponents are, well, the Steelers.
Steelers, yes.
But
Chargers.
Chargers. If the Chargers win
Bills?
on January 11th, they're coming because
Okay.
they're the lowest seed.
But if the Steelers win and the Bills win, then the Bills come here, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the Bills would be the answer.
Okay. So you want
I
a
want
little
the
revenge
Bills,
tour with the Bills.
And I want the Patriots.
And a showdown with Drake May and the Patriots.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great?
I wouldn't be upset about it. Because I don't think the Bills are this big, bad football team
Right.
anymore.
Well, you want Aaron Rodgers' career to be ended. I want Sean McDermott's career to be ended.
Okay. See, I could get with you on that.
Exactly.
I could get with you
And
on
don't
that.
think that a team couldn't win a game and then fire their coach in the playoffs. The Titans did it to Mike Mularkey. He beat the Chiefs, and then he lost in the divisional round, and they fired him. So Sean McDermott would have to win a game, and then they come to Denver and they get beat. I want the Josh Allen smoke. I want the Buffalo Bills, and I want the Broncos to beat that ass.
Rick Z says, gotta beat the best to be the best, says Rick Z. So he's right there with you. Our girl Marie says, yeah, JD, arrogant Aaron Rodgers needs to feel despair and misery at the hands of the Broncos D. I love that, and I'm totally with you. So Marie's down for we're sharing our hate for Aaron Rodgers together.
Yeah, Despair and Misery was the name of my emo band in high school.
Kevin, do you have a preference as to what you want to go?
Kev, did you have an emo phase? Did you paint your nails?
He's a little younger for that, isn't he?
Is he too young for emo? You're not too young for emo.
It was around when I was in high school and stuff.
Yeah. You weren't the emo kid?
Nah.
What Spivak, did you had emo kids at Columbine, yeah?
We had a few, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It was more earlier in the movement when Drew was in high school.
Down with a little emo music.
I love emo music.
Emo music's awesome.
I love it.
I got no problem with emo music.
Dashboard Confessional.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Yes.
I'm in.
Wait, that's considered emo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like the king of emo.
I guess I'm all into it.
My emo kings are My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
Okay.
I love anything Gerard Way does. He actually writes comic books. Umbrella Academy is one that he wrote.
No way.
Yeah. So I love Gerard Way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right, I want both of you guys. Is Drew Path? What are you looking for the Broncos?
Easiest
Really?
possible.
Why?
Because this is their window.
They don't learn anything.
No, this is their window this year. Like this is. I'm not saying that the window's closing after this year.
Okay,
not even close to that.
right.
This is their best opportunity. Kansas City is not in the dance. Baltimore is not in the dance. Buffalo is just kind of, I don't know, whatever. Like, this is their best opportunity to go out and win the damn thing. You got 2 wins to get to the Super Bowl. Give me the easiest path possible.
Kev?
I want the easiest path, but I'm kind of particular on this
Bunch
path.
of rich kids over here.
I want Pitt. I don't like the Jacksonville Buffalo matchup.
In round one?
In the second round against the
divisional
Broncos.
round. Right.
I don't like that at all. Obviously, you're not going to get Jacksonville in that divisional round. I'd rather take Pittsburgh, and then I want New England in the AFC Championship. I want it again. I want
You want
that
the rematch.
I want that rematch again. And guess what? The Broncos will win again.
That's right.
I mean, New England, they don't want to come to Denver. Julian Edelman said that years ago. They never wanted to come to Denver for those AFC Championship games. Well, guess what? Welcome to Denver.
You guys all want the easy path.
Can't
I
avoid
can't
it.
believe you guys.
And people keep saying they want Pittsburgh. Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
Yes.
Like,
100%.
listen, as a card-carrying Bears fan who's despises Aaron Rodgers with
exactly.
the 5,000
You should
suns,
be with us.
he's the one guy in the AFC that's got a ring.
Yeah.
Like, and he's playing good football right now. As much as I hate to say it,
Yes, he is.
now the defense stinks.
Yep.
It's not a Pittsburgh defense, but dude, I wouldn't want any part of Aaron Rodgers in the
But
postseason.
I'm going to use your words against you. You always say Sean's ring was so long ago. Aaron's was only a couple years after that.
It's a fair point. It's a very fair point.
Yes.
Aaron's ring was 17 years ago.
Yeah,
it was Super Bowl 43.
17?
Was it that long? I thought it was like 2012.
Or 45, excuse me. It's 15 years ago. It was 45.
That's still pretty damn
Because
long.
the
That's a long
Steelers
time.
won 40 and they won 43, and then they lost in 45 to Aaron Rodgers.
That's right. Okay.
And they have not won a playoff game since?
Who's that?
The Steelers.
I have no idea.
Okay. Thought that for some reason, but I might be wrong.
I don't know if that's historically accurate.
Yeah, it's a fun conversation.
That's a fair thing about Rodgers. We need to dive into that because that's now you got me concerned.
He's done it
about the easiest team. But I can't believe you guys want the easy path. I can't believe you guys want the easy path.
Wanting the hardest path is crazy to me. Like, especially
You learn more with resistance.
Are you trying to learn or are you trying to win?
This team needs to learn. They're not there.
They're not
playing their
no.
best football.
But you got the window to win the whole damn thing. You want the easier path. Learn next year.
There's time to learn.
There's time to learn. You got time. Bo's only in his second year. He's got time to learn how to do this thing. Go out and get a ring in year number 2 under Bo Nix.
Tribe, you tell us. 303-713-1043. RamosLaw.com text line. Tough path, easiest resistance. What are you looking for? Maybe a combo of both. Tell us on the text line. Use your name so we can give you a shout out here on the show. What's happening on Twitter that you need to know about? We'll tell you when we check X next.
The Broncos win their 14th game of the season and finished as the #1 team in the AFC. With an extra week to prepare, will the Broncos move one step closer to a Super Bowl return? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Chick-fil-A's new frosted sodas and floats, it's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new frosted soda or float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide.
Colorado roads are icy. Accidents happen. When they do, you're in luck with Flanagan Law. I'm Samantha, the personal injury lawyer who stands out from the rest of the guys. Look for the Shamrock. Flanagan Law, your advocate when it matters most.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Every Christmas, you watch a classic movie. The one with Jimmy Stewart is caring banker George Bailey, and the one with the other kind of banker, Henry Potter. You watch It's a Wonderful Life because you are searching for someone who cares about you, a man like Jimmy Stewart's George Bailey. But you wonder, is the notion of a caring banker a fantasy? This is Glenn Jamarot. I'm president of the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC. Alpine Bank believes in one guiding principle, caring. We believe that if we put our customers and communities first, then everything we all hope for has the chance to come true. The most valuable thing one person can give another is caring. When you care, everything else just follows. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Women go through many changes in their lives. And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Don't at me, bro. It's time to check your ex.
Why are you stalking me?
No, not that ex.
Twitter, unfollow.
Here's Dover and Cecil to help you swipe, scroll, and screenshot your way through today's top headlines.
Power of social media. I'm on Team Gets It.
All right, what's happening on our Twitter timelines that we want to share with you guys? I got a couple things to talk about, Cecil, and I want to know what's going down on your Twitter timeline. Up first is a tweet from that Dove Kleiman guy, or gal. I don't even know who this person is.
A lady.
He's talking about strength of schedules for the 2026 season. because all the opponents home and away came out yesterday for all 32 NFL teams. Now, this obviously changes with the draft, free agency, and roster movement, but as it sits here, and it's not like you're going to change your entire roster, strength of schedule, you scroll down to number 15, and that's where you find the Denver Broncos, the 15th toughest schedule right now for 2026. The toughest schedule, and they're not doing Caleb Williams any favors, it's the Bears. They're going to have the toughest schedule right now in the NFL. Way down at the bottom, I guess this makes sense, as according to their draft status in the seasons that they had, the Browns and the Saints will have the easiest schedules in the NFL. The Patriots, they're way up there at the 6th toughest schedule next year in the NFL. So we're about to find out who Drake May and his crew is, but next year, they're really going to have a tough go of it.
Yeah, next year we're going to find out even more. And the Denver Broncos coming in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
You would think with the number one spot in the AFC, you're like, oh, man, that's going to be tough next year. Well, maybe not, and not as tough as you would think. But middle of the pack, is improvement over what they were this year and their strength of schedule. So it's interesting. It's fun. I probably won't be picking the Broncos for 13 wins next year. Depending on what they do in free agency, I might pick more.
Oh, yeah. 17-0.
Hey, Breece Hall changes the math.
You're right.
You get a Breece Hall, this team's going to be tough to beat.
And that's what I mean. This is all just based on what it is right now.
Right.
Stuff will change.
Yeah.
But middle of the pack, you're sitting all right there. But you're right about it's going to there'll be a top 5 strength of schedule if they can have a similar season next year. All right, last one for me. Brendan Sorsby, college football quarterback, was in Indiana, then in Cincinnati, and now he's announced he's going to Texas Tech. He's their new QB1. He's going to get $5 million to go play football at Texas Tech. He's an all right quarterback. I watched him a lot at Indiana. They thought so much of him, they benched him, gave him the job back, and then went and paid Fernando a whole bunch of money to do what he's doing this year. But it's a good time to be a college football quarterback, dude. This dude, Brendan Sorsby, like I said, all right, college quarterback. He's going to be good for Texas Tech because they're going to put some beasts around him. He's making more money next year than Shedeur Sanders will his entire rookie deal with the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur's got $4.6 million on the books for his 4 years as a rookie. Don't cry for Shedeur. He's doing just fine off the field. Brendan's going to make $5 million this year at Texas Tech.
Wow.
1 year, a college football quarterback making $5 million, and will they be players for a playoff spot? Sure. Are they going to be a favorite for a national championship? I'm not quite sure.
Well, it just changes, and we're about ready to get to some lean times with the draft. Like, I'm excited about these 7th rounders. Maybe not, because college football and players staying means it's a drier product.
Yeah.
Your 7th rounders aren't going to hold the value of, let's say, just a few years ago when Jonathan Cooper was a 7th rounder. So it changes my math for sure, because more of those late round picks are going to be lesser players because more guys are staying.
Yeah. So it's a good time to be a college football quarterback. You're getting millions of dollars to play a sport. Good timing. All right, Cecil, what's on the timeline?
If you don't look back on your younger self and say, I used to be stupid, you're probably still stupid. Is that right?
That's 100%. That's 100% right.
I mean, because how many things do we look back on and be like, oh, my God, I was a menace. When I was 15, I was stealing my farm truck to go to Grover to get beer, right? And when my daughter's 15, she has me watch her take the trash outside because it's dark and we have bears. It's just a different generation. So, yeah, if you don't look back on those younger days and say, man, I was a dummy, you're probably still a dummy.
Have you gotten any of that stuff from your kids? Like, I don't know your kids very well, but, like, you have good children.
Yeah.
They're all doing
I
good
remember
things
going to Grover one time, and I was showing Liam our runner-up state championship trophy, and I was showing my picture from high school, and we were driving around. I was like, there's the packaged liquor we used to take beer from because CJ's parents owned it. I'm putting all the business out there. Sorry, Zeke.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, so and then we'd go to high school parties and sell the beer.
Yeah.
And
smart.
all that. Yeah.
That's called the hustle.
And so Liam was 15 at the time. He looks at me, he goes, I am way better than you. I'm like, I know, exactly.
Well, I mean, he's an Army Ranger, so he didn't have a lot in his past, or else they wouldn't have let him in.
Right.
So he was good the whole way.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I started. I mean, I was good until about 14, and then you get introduced to a couple of different things, and you're like, you know what? I like that stuff better than good grades.
Yeah. It was odd disciplining my kids, and then also at the same time them knowing I've been arrested for like driving without a license and stuff. They're like, "What are you telling me to drive safe for? You drove 5 years without a license. Got pulled over 3 times, thrown in the hoosegow."
My worst.
Jail is not prison. There's only one of us wearing $12 of jewelry.
I was a menace from about 14 to 26 years old, and made my parents even after 18. I was still making my parents' life a living hell. And I look back on those and really regret a lot of how I treated my mother specifically.
Yeah, it's just kind of what you do.
Yeah, we're all idiots.
I feel like when we get to Check Our X, it's when I turn into Dr. Ruth. You want to talk about sex?
Yeah.
The 50 sex facts that will break your expectations was put out by Global Statistics on Twitter, official account, verified, all that kind of stuff. Global average of when you lose your virginity is 17.3 years.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's right where I was. I was 17, a senior in high school.
Okay. It was a little lower, but...
Iceland, the highest frequency of sex per year, 119 times.
That's pretty good.
So you want to get your humpy on, you go to Iceland.
That's
and bundle up.
Once every 3 days, basically. That's a nice number.
Gonna have to check out Iceland.
Depends on your healthy relationship, I guess. But
lowest frequency is 45 times a year in Japan.
What?
Yeah.
45 times a year?
Mm-hmm.
It was like once every 3 months?
Yeah. Yeah, so there's just all these.
I guess it's more than that.
See, I'm like the Mexican Dr. Ruth, right? I'm like Dr. Taco. You want your relationship questions answered? Then just message Dr. Taco, and I will help you out in your situation.
Dr. Ruth was that's an all-time great show.
Yeah, it's a deeper pull. I'm glad you know her because I was thinking about this bit, and I was like, if I say Dr. Ruth, Kev's not going to have any idea. Don't Google her. She's just an old lady who talked about sex back in the 80s and 90s.
You learned a lot, honestly. Like, you turn it on to giggle with your buddies, but then you're like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm going to keep that. That's a mental note.
If you didn't know her, I was going to go, okay, Loveline.
Yeah,
Dr. Drew.
Loveline is this next generation.
Loveline at its peak was like the best.
But Loveline also did it with some comic relief. Like there was always Dr. Drew and the other guy who was kind of funny.
Adam Carolla.
Dr. Ruth is an old ass lady. Telling you how to have sex.
Right.
You know? Like.
Right. So average duration globally, fellas, we're going to crush this because if you're at the average duration of sexy time, 5.4 minutes.
Okay. I thought it would be lower, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I really did. Yeah.
There's a lot of disappointed females out there if you're going 5.4 minutes. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Keep your batteries charged.
Well, there's some guys that are like, 5 minutes? Who are these? Who are these superheroes?
Out of breath. Yeah, so anyway, it was something I saw,
like that.
and I was like, it's Check Our X. We're in the trust tree, right?
We're always in the trust tree.
We can trust tree.
That's right.
By the way, this is for Rocky Mountain men's. Erectile dysfunction prevalence affects 1 in 10 men.
Wow. That's why you need to see my crew. 90%
Exactly.
success rate over there at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
There you go.
It's not a death sentence.
And men over 50 have a 20% experience reduced libido. Now, being over 50, I have the power of being Latin, so I'm hot-blooded all the time.
Yeah, I've seen your Twitter. I know what you're talking about. That's what's on our timelines. We check X at 11:45 every single day at Cecil Lammy, at Joshua Dover if you want to follow along. Let's look back at how a banged-up Nuggets team stole a W last night in Philly. The Philly heist, as Jake Shapiro called it. And I want to discuss these AFC playoff teams and some of their fatal flaws, which is next.
The Broncos followed up their 2024 season by winning 14 games, reclaiming the AFC West and securing a first-round bye in the playoffs. Are the Broncos destined for a return to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
When it's cold, the last thing you want is your home's heater to quit on you. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, our team of comfort specialists take the frustration out of the equation. From simple repairs to more complex fixes, we'll get you warm and comfortable quickly. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com. Don't forget, we're
always on time or you don't pay your time. Always on time or you don't pay your time.
independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for almost 50 years, my firm has stood beside families recovering from car accidents. We live here, we work here, and we fight for people here. Over the years, we've helped our clients win more than $1 billion, giving them the compensation they deserve. If you've been injured in an accident, you don't have to face it alone. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or WilhiteWins.com. We're here for Coloradans when it matters most.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
What's up, everybody? It's Cecil. You'd love new windows. I'd love new windows. That's why I went to Window Nation. Why? Because I live in Roxborough. I deal with a ton of wind and cold winter months. Well, that means the higher heat bills. I don't want that. Well, how do you fight that? You fight it with new windows. Right now, Window Nation's buy 4, get 4 windows free sale. You can get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. It's time. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com now. It's windownation.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at hellsberg.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents
about the guys in Japan and their sex life. I'm not here to do math, guys. I'm here to give you some sports takes.
We're here to talk sports and a little tiny bit of sexy time once in a while. So
our guy Rome said 5 minutes, cramping up at 2.
Yeah, so I mean, if you've got some relationship issues with your lady, I mean, always let us know. We're here to help. Tribe helps tribe, right?
That's exactly right. Big Perm says, last 5 minutes of a basketball game is where all the action happens. Good to know it's on average. And that's where all the action happens during sex, too.
definitely was shocked with that number of being the average duration of sexy time being 5.4 minutes globally.
Big Perm always has good text. I don't think he's ever sent a bad text.
You can't be named Big Perm and not be cool.
Yeah, that's true. We also got a Cecil. Where are you at in Grover? I live in Anderson's old place and ranch on Dunbar's old place. A couple of old places there.
Okay.
I just read it how they wrote it.
We were north of Grover and just around Hereford, basically,
Okay.
up by the Lloyds. So if you're out there, you know the Lloyds Dairy. And then the Burnett's own our old place now.
Okay.
Old Jeffy Burnett.
The
Jeffy and
Burnett's,
Jay.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
Love their vodka. I don't actually. All right, let's talk about what the Nuggets went and did last night in Philadelphia, and then we're going to look at the 7 AFC playoff teams, including our Denver Broncos, and talk about the flaws that they have right now. But up first is what we watched last night, a 125-124 victory in overtime. Took the extra period, but the Nuggets got it done thanks to Jalen Pickett, thanks to Payton Watson. How about that, dude? Those guys played 44 minutes for P. Watt and 42 for Jalen Pickett. Spencer Jones, he wasn't scoring last night, but he also played 43 minutes for his defensive effort, and they needed a bigger body like that to help the rebounding cause. Those three guys were the stars in Pickett, Watson, and Zeke Naji. Played 32 minutes off the bench and scored 21 points. He was great shooting the basketball last night. Had a couple of defensive stops and fighting for some possession. That's really what this was. All these guys can hoop, right? You're in the NBA. You can hoop. You can get buckets. What's your energy level? What's your want-to level on a night in and night out basis? That's why they won. They had more energy. They wanted it more than Philadelphia
Right.
did. Philadelphia did what we've seen the Nuggets do a lot. They saw who was showing up to play and went,
we got
all
this.
we got to do is show up.
Right.
And they were wrong.
This reminds me of that stupid Bulls game that I can't get out of my mind,
Exactly,
where the Nuggets drop it at home to get that first home loss to the stupid Bulls. And with Zeke Naji, it's basically what he was doing from the arc. When you go 4 or 5 from deep, that aids and benefits you because you know you're hot. And perhaps with Naji, it would have been a different story if he'd have been over 5 instead of 4 or 5. But still, he hit them all deep. He was playing some of his best basketball, and he was filling it up, hopefully showcasing them for a trade. But still, we knew yesterday what we're going to get from Payton Watson, and we did. We got that, including a couple of blocks, which you always need. What we didn't know is how Jalen Pickett would go at Joel Embiid, how he would attack and be aggressive and just absolutely cook out there with 0 free throws. That is almost a 30-point effort with 0 free throws for Jalen Pickett.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that until you told me this morning. And like you said, he's dancing outside and his step backs, and they were on point last night, and he was hitting those. But yeah, that's a new career high, and does it without a freaking free throw. That is very, very impressive. I just think that it is that energy. It is that want to, that effort. And when they beat Utah in Utah with 7 players with Coach Malone coaching this squad, Adelman was on the staff at the time. You still have Joker and Jamal. When you have Joker on your team, you're better than 15 NBA teams just by him being on the floor. And they had Jamal Murray there. I think this is, and look, I don't have a clear-cut remembrance of every Nuggets regular season game, but I've been covering the team for 15 years. I was close with the team for a decade. I don't know that there's a better one in my lifetime of doing this and being a Nuggets fan that's a better regular season win. Perhaps when they beat the 72-10 Bulls, but there's also Dikembe, Mahmoud. There's some names on that team that you go, those guys are studs. I'm trying not to be disrespectful. They didn't have that last night with the Nuggets.
Right. They had bench players coming through in a big way, and they also, when Joel Embiid did have his moments, because he does. I mean, he's a talented hooper to a certain level, but he's also a choke artist and a crybaby and soft as Charmin. So when Embiid had his moments, this team didn't collapse. You saw them play, in some error-free basketball and playing good defense without fouling, and then Embiid with those, 6 turnovers for Embiid, you were able to take advantage of that in overtime. So just being so resolute and so calm when you've got no shot and everyone thinks you have no shot and Vegas thinks you have no shot and all the refs on the take you got no shot, and then all of a sudden you have a shot. Because of your efforts from all of your bench players, it took everybody.
I wonder how much of that stuff's contagious. You get the guys. You saw Nikola engage with Payton Watson.
Well, and that's why I think with Zeke, the way that he plays, he's contagious with his own game, but he's also like, wait, no, you're letting me do this? Okay, and then that takes his game to a different level. I don't think he can do it consistently.
No. Well, and I also think it's a unique opportunity these guys had last night that when Zeke Najee's on the floor, it's a make one mistake and you're done. When Jalen Pickett's on the floor, it's make one mistake and you're done.
Right.
They couldn't do that last night. Adelman didn't have anybody to tell him he's done with. So
right.
You're playing, and they said this on Peacock, you play free. Anything you do free. When you're comfortable at work, you're going to perform better. When you're comfortable on your rec league team, you're going to perform better. It's the same thing, just on a way different scale at the NBA level.
Yeah, a way different scale, and they were able to pass with flying colors last night. So good job, Tyson Hunter.
Yeah.
Great job, everybody, from this Nuggets team to get that win, and especially against the Sixers, especially against Joel Embiid.
Don't we all still hate Joel?
Yeah, of course.
I can't stand
It's
that
one
dude.
of those forever hates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if he actually wins a legitimate MVP one day, you'd still hate him because he has an illegitimate MVP where it's like, dude, you didn't deserve that. That's not yours.
No. I shared it on Twitter last night. I said, I can't wait to tell my kids about how phony Joel Embiid was for an undeserving award. I was like, I don't even have kids, but I'm just wanting to tell people about it.
Exactly.
I'm going to tell your kids about it. I'm like, Dad, your radio partner wouldn't shut up about Joel Embiid.
Right.
I think it's a great win, man. I look at this team, and you and I said when you're seeing the team without Christian Brown, the team without Aaron Gordon, and now those guys will be back probably as soon as tomorrow when they wrap up the roadie in Boston. But then you lose Cam, and then Joker goes down, and then Big Val goes down with the calf injury. And we said, can they keep their head above water? Can they not fall into a play-in situation here in the month of January and early in February? With that sort of effort and this almost like it's like a bleep you attitude. If you don't believe in us, bleep you, right? With that sort of attitude, man, a top 3-4 seed is still very doable for this team, even as currently constructed, dealing with all these injuries. Joker, if he gets to the 4-week mark, it's that, and he's back on that day.
Yes.
After yesterday, I would doubt, I'd have to look at the schedule when the next back-to-back is. I don't have it right in front of me, but I would doubt there's any more restrictions on Aaron and Christian, and if it is, it's second half of a back-to-back. They're just not going to play 30-plus minutes.
Right.
That might be it. I would imagine they're going to play, and then like I said, I think I'm looking at a return for Nikola Jokic February 1.
Yeah, and I'm thinking just be as cautious as possible. The fact that he can come back early, if that's actually the case, then that's incredible and that's awesome, and he's the best player on the planet again. Just make sure it's right. And I think this type of win, and we've talked about it before, don't press if you're, not winning the games that you should. They shouldn't have won last night, and that they did with their efforts from that bench. So it's just kind of nice because you're not going to be pressing to get Joker back. I don't think you need to, even if you dropped the game last night, if you got hammered, lost by 30, whatever. Nothing on this remaining schedule before Joker's back should make you go, we need to get him back sooner.
No.
Get him back at the time that's appropriate, where he's the healthiest he can be with the lesser chance of re-injury, re-aggravation, or a compensatory injury.
Kevin just told me they're going to go back-to-back next week, 13th, 14th. They have 3 games before they go back-to-back. So how about that? They're going to play 5 games in 8 days. Yeah, that's a lot of basketball. So maybe they do sit out a CB or AG in one of those back-to-backs, the second half of it, depending on how they handle the first.
Right.
And then they're back fully, because 5 games in 8 days is a ton of work.
Fully, man.
Yeah, fully, exactly. But hey, last night, a great sign that this team can do more than hold their head above water. You beat a playoff team in the Eastern Conference, and wasn't that long ago that some stupid radio guy in Philadelphia thought that the Sixers and Nuggets were on the same page. They're not even on the same page as our G League team. So
yeah,
nice. I think his name was Spike. Nice try, guy with a dog's name. That's not how it works, brother. A couple ones from Payton real quick before we get to our flaws for the AFC playoff teams. Piwa, I like this question. What's he going to remember from a game like last night?
I'll tell him about how we went in with 9 guys, and, we played against one of the best contending teams in the East, faced a monster in Embiid and one of the top scorers in the league with Tyrese Maxey, and came in here in their house and got a win. And I think that, like DA said, this is something that I'll definitely down the road tell my kids and something that I'll be proud of for sure.
And you could tell there was some juice going into it with that kind of attitude and that mindset. By the way, no mention of Paul George. I'm watching the game last night, and Paul George would take a corner three and brick that thing like he's building a house. And I'm like, oh, my God, what happened to this guy?
Right.
Remember how he was like the guy.
Supposed to be the man.
A few years ago, and not so much anymore.
Right.
So, yeah, Nuggets getting it done. Let's see if they can match that same energy and intensity on Wednesday when they go to Boston to take on a pretty hot Celtics team, as Jaylen Brown is doing some heavy lifting right now. All right, Cease, to the NFL we go. 7 AFC teams are in the postseason. 1 through 7, you go Denver, New England, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, Houston, Buffalo, and then the Chargers in that 7th spot. Let's talk about the flaws that each one of these teams have. And let's, of course, start with the Denver Broncos. Offense, defense, where do you want to start with their flaws?
Yeah, Broncos offense has plenty of flaws. And, in fact, that's the spot in the red zone specifically. Like, there's overarching flaws, and then there's individual flaws. This team doesn't use the tight end. This team can't run the football consistently unless maybe Jaleel does a little bit more, and that's still... can he be the Ronnie Hillman, God rest his soul, for this Broncos team?
Ronnie Hillman?
Perhaps. And then, okay, what are they going to do at tight end? What are they going to do to run the ball? Why is their red zone offense not good anymore? We've got 3 weeks. It's not good anymore, and that's probably the number one concern, offense or defense, is why are you not doing what you did earlier?
How much is that as play calling, though? Because I watched them get into the red zone running the ball and then stop running the ball.
Right. When teams are inviting them to run the ball because it's soft zone. So you've got to be more effective at that. And I don't want the death knell of the Broncos this year to be, they couldn't run the ball. When I know Breece Hall was available for a 3rd-round pick. And you didn't do anything. And the stupid questions about J.K. Dobbins' extension, you should never do that in the regular season, because he's never played a full regular season. It's great if he could be back, and we're going to have a conversation perhaps tomorrow about who sits if J.K. Dobbins is back for the divisional round. I am curious if you're going to change your mind about a certain player, and we'll get to that tomorrow. But, yeah, you've got flaws on offense, and I think those overshadow the flaws that are there still with this Broncos defense.
Yeah, I mean, play calling still something I want to talk about and keep an eye on. He got better at it, did Sean Payton, but you saw what we saw over the last 3 weeks, 3 for 9 there in the red zone, as you were just hinting at. And then the defense, all right, what are you going to do? Are you going to get back to sacking the quarterback, or are you going to be a ball hawking defense that gets 3 turnovers last week or in the playoffs like you did last week against the Chargers backups? Which version of that defense is going to show up? Are teams now in the postseason, when it's going to slow down a little bit and they're going to put more of an emphasis on running, can you run right back at 15? Can now you run at 0? Who's taking that edge a little bit more on the inside than he did in the past? So offense inconsistencies, and then the defense, just who are you and what version shows up?
And if there's any sort of not out of nowhere, because that's disrespectful, or unsung hero, give me the lunch pail guy. This goes back to the hard thing. This goes back to the blue collar thing. This goes back to the work ethic thing. Give me Jonathan Cooper. If we talk about a player who can kind of turn it on in the postseason, I believe it's Coop.
Okay.
Benito will do his thing, and Zach Allen will do his thing, and those guys, they've got their own lunch pail. It's a little fancier, right? A little bit. Maybe they don't have the ramen, right? They're eating they got the Subway.
Yeah.
They got something. When you work construction, you could get it's the good meals.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's envious because I just got peanut butter and jelly. I got them Lay's chips that are the generic ones. They're no good, girl. So I think Jonathan Cooper has that same sort of lunch pail mindset. But if we look at players who haven't been doing what they need to do leading to the postseason, and then who could turn it on in the postseason, don't you dare run a Jonathan Cooper. I almost invite that.
Really?
Go ahead. Try it. Try running at Agent Zero. I imagine that he'll show up big in the postseason.
Well, the things of his mistakes was not sealing the edge, because he's kind of jumping the gun a little bit, thinking he knows what the play is going to be. I would doubt he's that aggressive in the playoffs, at least early, until he gets a little bit of a feel of what his opponent's trying to do.
Right. What are they trying to do? How are they trying to attack you? Now adjust and perform.
All right, how about the 2 seed in the New England Patriots? Now, they have those same sort of questions about, did they play anybody this year? We had that same nonsense about the Denver Broncos. Well, they still won 14 games just like the Denver Broncos. Can Drake May do it with a lot of pressure around him? I was actually surprised to see he's sacked 2.7 times per game, because you look at his numbers, you look at what they've accomplished. I assume, not watching every single second of Patriots football, he's pretty much standing in a clean pocket the majority of the time. That's not necessarily the case, but can he do it now against these top defenses? What if they What if they have to play Houston?
Right.
How does he handle that? What if they do meet Denver in the AFC Championship? How does he handle Nick Bonito, Jonathan Cooper, and the rest of this team?
Right, and that's the thing with Drake May this year. Like, he's a good quarterback, and he's got a big arm, and he can run a little bit. He plays hero ball. How do you get him to that mode where he thinks he's got to do everything, where he puts it all on his back and on his arm, and he tries to do too much, and then he makes mistakes? That's what he did in college. He can still do that in the pros, but he wasn't really challenged this year. If we go across strength of schedule, because Lord knows any Broncos hater was always pointing that out. Well, you beat Davis Mills and you beat Jake Browning, right? Oh, you look at you guys like, oh, okay, now do New England. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Now do the Patriots. What can you tell me about the teams that they were able to beat up on and how Drake May is going to be challenged in a way that Bo Nix has already been challenged? And this is where sometimes in football and in life, you're going to be too young to know you're not supposed to be good yet. But sometimes in football and in life, you're going to be so young and you don't have that experience yet.
Yeah.
I think last year's beatdown, I make fun of Buffalo a lot. I make fun of Bills fans a lot. Last year's beatdown at the hands of the Bills, and there's no doubt, there's no question, it was an absolute beatdown.
Oh, yeah, it was.
That could be so beneficial for this Broncos team because they know what it's like. They tasted it. They tasted the postseason. The intensity is ramped up. It's totally different. It's a totally different ball game. Who's ready? Broncos.
Yeah.
Who's not? Perhaps teams that weren't there yet, like the New England Patriots.
There are 14 quarterbacks in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
8 of them have 0 playoff wins. This is, you want to talk about wide open?
Right.
And now 3 of them have Super Bowl trophies, but 8 of them have not one, or it's 1 or fewer playoff wins, excuse me.
Okay.
8 quarterbacks have 1 or fewer, but 6 have 0, 2 have 1.
Yeah, and Bo's one of those ones with 0.
Yep.
But he's been there.
That's right.
And
Drake's
that's where the
got 0 and
experience.
he hasn't been there.
Yeah, he hasn't been there. So that's where the experience can come in from just a year ago. And this team's been on a mission. Ever since Buffalo beat them down, it's like, okay, there's your measuring stick. Are you better than Buffalo now? My answer is not yes. It's hell yes.
How about Jacksonville? What are some weaknesses for the Jacksonville Jaguars who, along with Houston, I think you look at those two teams, in the AFC at least, the hottest going into the postseason, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah,
right now.
and Jacksonville could be the worst matchup possible for the Denver Broncos, not just because they beat them down a few weeks ago. If you look at this defense, because offensively they've got a lot, even with non-household names. Parker Washington. You want another 100-yard game from Parker Washington?
No, I hated
no
seeing
thanks.
it the first time.
I know, it was awful. We were talking all about Jacoby Myers, and Parker Washington got you. So I guess it's one of those instances like, okay, we're going to shut down Jacoby Myers and try to contain Brenton Strange, and if Parker Washington gets you, you just shake his hand.
Again.
But he got you a lot,
Yeah,
so you don't want that. You look at the defense. That's where this weakness can come through for this team, especially on third downs. And again, can you run the ball? If you're the Denver Broncos, that's what you've got. They've got run defense concerns in Jacksonville, 34 explosive rush plays allowed this season. So a couple a game, basically, that they allow in big rushing plays. And that's where R.J. Harvey, kid, it's on you, man. You got to get better than this 2 yards of carry stuff. Go out there and make these big plays. Harvey would be able to do that with a willingness to run the ball from Sean Payton.
See, with the Jags, you wonder, again, they're the Jags. Are they going to fall back down to earth? Will they choke? Will Liam Cohen plan for offensive against a tough defense like Denver if that's the matchup? You know what I mean? Like, he's never been a head coach in the playoffs. I wonder how much that goes into the effect. But Jacksonville or Houston, I will tell you, those are two teams right now that I really respect the hell out of. Seeing who Jacksonville was a couple of weeks ago, dominating Denver in the second half, they have flaws, but right now they're few and far between. The Pittsburgh Steelers in at number 4, I think they have a bunch of flaws. One, can they run the football? Do they have enough playmakers on the outside? Will Aaron Rodgers stay upright to let DK get involved? I think there's a ton of flaws there. And again, the defense. I know they have the names that you're going to recognize, and they got a Watt brother, so it just makes them outstanding. It's not the same defense you're thinking of when I say Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
No, not at all. But it's going to bring that same fan base. It's going to bring the same crazy towels, and it's going to make a quarterback that's on his last ride, his last hurrah. Perhaps, maybe he comes back. I don't need the Aaron Rodgers retirement watch. I just need the Broncos to win, regardless of the opponent. So The Rodgers thing is a little more interesting because everyone's like, take the easy. What if easy beats you? All right? For everyone out there, and I guess I'm outnumbered. I guess I'm the only one. I'm Jon Snow. I've got my sword. It's snowing in Winterfell, or wherever that battle was, and you guys are all charging me. Go for it. I got a dragon on my back. His name's Bo Nix. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Fire-breathing dragon named Bo.
I just wish I had Khaleesi. Magical. Wait, you haven't watched Game of Thrones. Damn it.
I haven't.
So when I say Khaleesi, you don't know she's the most...
I know the names of people.
And she's blonde, and that's...
I'm
telling you, I'm weak.
Fighting.
Very weak.
Dragons, boobs.
Yes.
I'm in, dude.
Yeah,
I just haven't watched it.
Zombies, dragons, boobies.
Isn't there someone named Arya in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a niece named Arya. I think she was named after.
She was named after Arya?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Arya is one of the kick-ass, one of the best characters.
Oh, really? Okay, that's cool. Arya's a cool little girl too.
Oh yeah,
My
yeah,
niece.
yeah. And she's a fighter, and I could probably spoil it for you because I don't know if you'll ever watch.
I probably
8
won't,
seasons.
to be honest. I'm out. Yeah. 8 seasons.
8 seasons you won't watch.
How long are the episodes?
You'll watch other hour.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know when football season's
It's
over. I have a
more
lot of free
rewarding
time.
than Stranger Things would be, even though their finale is terrible. Like the last season of Game of Thrones is pretty much awful.
Oh, really?
Because they went off the books. George R. Martin hasn't finished the books yet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're like on the 3rd book. He's writing the 4th book. The TV show
they
told
ended
everything.
it however they wanted to end it.
With his guidance, he told them how it would end.
Okay.
You know, but like, yeah, you need to.
I was actually told that there's a surprise episode of Stranger Things coming out tomorrow. I was told that by the internet. Who knows?
I hope it's better than what they ended on.
I didn't hate the ending. I
hated the ending because it set up sequels. Don't end it, and then if you happen to have sequels, it's those guys getting greedy. What about this show and this spinoff, and what about this spinoff? And it's like, oh God, can you just end it?
I will say what annoyed me is the Duffer brothers is who wrote it. They think that high school kids in Indiana are going to have deep conversations. Not just that. They're going to have deep conversations.
Yeah.
I was in high school once. I didn't know what a deep conversation was. Maybe I'm an idiot. But not only are they going to have deep conversations, they're going to have them 2 minutes before they could be killed. I don't think that the timing is right of these deep conversations.
Right.
Have them, cool. But when you're about to fight Vecna, maybe say, if we get through this, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Right. I always thought that, even though I love the View Askew universe, I always thought that with Kevin Smith movies. I'm like, I worked at a gas station. I didn't do anything but drop F-bombs and talk about football.
Yeah, nothing exciting ever happened
Deep
there.
conversations, although they're deep conversations about the Empire Strikes Back and Star Wars are very good that you don't understand. Because there were workers on the Death Star that got killed when Luke blew it up. Like people that were just innocent. They didn't actually work for the Empire. They weren't bad guys. They're just like construction workers.
So not only is Luke kissing his sister, he's also destroying innocent lives.
Mm-hmm.
And we celebrate this guy?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Probably more likely for me to watch Game of Thrones than Star Wars.
Stars would be a smaller ask.
Oh, it's less? I guess. Isn't there
I'd
seven?
only have watched. There's 9 of them. I'd only have you watch 3 of them.
Okay, that doesn't seem that bad, honestly.
Yeah, 3 movies. You'd be good.
All right. Probably still unlikely. We'll get back to some fatal flaws for these teams. In fact, want to finish the 5, 6, and 7 seed. We will do that next.
The Broncos took care of business against the Chargers and closed out the regular season with a win. After a roller coaster season, does Sean Payton have his team dialed in for the playoffs? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com to save today.
Febreze.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then You spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Are you one of those people who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at coloradosedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
Ben Franklin here to talk to you about your water heater. A water heater is a vital part of your home's plumbing. When it doesn't work, it can really freeze up your routine. Call the pros at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing about water heater options for your home. Visit BenjaminFranklinPlumbing.com or call 877-BEN-1776 to request an appointment.
The local pros call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Call for details. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in their respective state or county.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly near and far without any glasses thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry is Colorado's largest watch repair center. We service all major brands, factory authorized for TAG Heuer, Cartier, Omega, Breitling, Panerai, IWC, and many more. Matthews, we have time for you.
Online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We're going over some fatal flaws for our AFC playoff teams. We're down to the 5, 6, and 7 seed.
Okay. They should have a lot of flaws.
Yeah, then I want to talk a little bit about VJ and what his week will look like.
More busy for VJ now.
There's a handful of teams now. It was Tennessee yesterday, and about 4 other teams lined up today, and we'll give you the details on that in about 5 minutes from now. The 5 seed is where we'll start here with Houston, and I told you, Cease, New England's really good. I can understand that. Jacksonville's really good. I understand that. Pittsburgh is not very good. We should all understand that. Houston might be, and we'll dive a little bit deeper into this tomorrow of like, hey, what's the worst matchup? Because later today we're going to talk about what we're looking for. I think Houston might be exactly that, one of those worst matchups for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Our buddy Drew sent us some stats yesterday about what Houston and L.A., the Chargers version of L.A., does defensively, and it's exactly what Bo and this offense struggles with a little bit. I just don't trust the Chargers. I think they're phonies. Houston, on the other hand, I trust, and I think they're really good, and I think their coach is outstanding, and I think their quarterback is damn good, flirting with being one of those top-tier guys when he is 100% right. And the defense is no damn joke. They have a couple flaws. They're averaging 108 yards per game, but are they really a heavy run team, which you're going to need to do a little bit in the postseason? I'm not quite sure. But Houston, man, it might be one of those low-key, like, I'm not sure that's a great matchup for the Denver Broncos.
Well, the thing about Houston is you're going to kick their ass, and they're going to kick your ass. You play Pittsburgh, you get out of it without getting beat up, because that is not a Steelers defense. That's like a fraudulent defense. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and he's a curmudgeon or mushroom head or whatever, like whatever you want to say about Aaron Rodgers. It's all true, even the stuff you don't know. That's true, too. With the Houston Texans, the fear, you're going to get so beat up that your next game you're going to be still feeling the Texans. The Texans, to quote the Cranberries, is going to linger. You play the Texans,
Nice pull.
and you're going to be black and blue. You play the Texans, and you're this. What did Coach Red Bayou say? Things are going to get awfully physical, right? So you've got to be physical back. In fact, they're the worst in the league against heavy packages. They're the worst in terms of play EPA in heavy personnel, 13 personnel, so three tight ends.
Yeah.
And that can be Frank Crum, by the way. More Frank Crum. I want more Frank Crum for the playoff run. But still, so they've got that defense. They're really tough. They're really physical. They can rush you with 4. But if you line up and you punch them in the face, now they're going to punch back.
They are.
But if you keep punching them in the face and it's your house and you got Broncos country at your back, you can win. You're going to feel it, though.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with Houston. Houston might sap you of everything just to beat them.
I'm telling. Now that we're talking about this and I'm thinking about it, Houston might be the scariest team right now in the AFC.
Houston and Jacksonville. As far as matchups for the Broncos, it's Houston and Jacksonville.
Houston's defense is so good, and the offense isn't that far behind. Jacksonville's offense is really good, but I think the defense is a little bit further behind.
New England doesn't scare me. Pittsburgh doesn't scare me. Chargers don't scare me. Did I get everybody? Bills don't scare me.
The Bills, yeah.
Yeah, well, why would they scare me? Sean McDermott, he's a moron.
Yeah.
Allegedly, or whatever I have to say. As a coach.
Of course.
I keep remembering I will get in trouble for calling people bad names.
We can't call people names directly. You got to find a workaround.
Yes, it's his coaching.
Yeah,
and the fact that he said that about 9/11. You're a terrible person. He's off my. I don't care what I know he apologized, but I'm like, you're never going to be good with me.
No.
After saying that.
And Buffalo's the 6th team. There's their flaw. Their head coach. He's not very good, and they don't have great wide receivers around Josh Allen.
Is he smart or is he like me?
And then last is the Chargers. They're the Chargers. Their owners have the last name Spanos, and they've never been able to accomplish anything when it comes to the postseason. So what are their fatal flaws? Well, having the name Chargers on their shirt.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're chokers, and until they stop choking, that's it.
All right, Vance Joseph, mentioned him a couple of minutes ago. VJ is interviewing today, right? He's talking with the Tennessee Titans today. He can talk with teams today and tomorrow. And Adam Schefter of course, ESPN, has this tweet out today. Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph is expected to interview this week for the Raiders, gross. The Cardinals, his old team, the Giants, and then, of course, the Titans, which we knew about yesterday. So 4 teams already knocking at the door of one Vance Joseph.
Right.
Las Vegas, Arizona, New York, and the Tennessee Titans. Cease, does he fit with one of those teams more so than the other?
The Giants.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did he hire an offensive coordinator and let him worry about Jackson?
Bring Davis Webb.
Oh, I hate that that's a good idea. I hate that that's a really good idea.
Can't keep everybody.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
And Davis Webb is going to move on, and he's going to be a head coach someday. You may be coaching against Davis Webb in a Super Bowl someday. Like, that's how good that guy is, and teams know it. So is he ready to make that jump? No, he's not getting any interviews, but he's the next guy. He's the guy behind the guy, right? To quote Swingers.
Mm-hmm.
I got a guy behind. He's the guy behind the guy. You're like a big bear, man, Davis Webb. He's a big bear. That's who he is. So VJ with the good ownership group of the Mara family, and Mr. Mara battling cancer. So as I often say, F cancer. I think that's the type of ownership group, and Sean's going to be in his ear. And Sean has a great relationship with the Mara family, speaks of them so highly, as he should, one of the best in the National Football League. So, VJ, I mean, Tennessee wants to hire you. why.
I don't know why you'd want to go
They
to Tennessee.
fired Mike Vrabel. You know what I mean? They fired Mike Mularkey after he won a playoff game.
I like Cam Ward. I don't know. So you go down to Tennessee, like, all right, you're going to give me a 5 or a 6 year deal because this is what it's going to take to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and Ward's
nobody
been
has
good.
that patience.
And I think Ward looks better than Jackson Dart. Full disclosure, I didn't have Jackson Dart, but an early second-round grade, and Cam Ward was up there with Shedeur. Again, I had Shedeur with the first-round grade, so egg on my face, whatever. But Cam Ward showed a lot this year, but I don't think that overcomes ownership. You have terrible ownership with Tennessee.
Yeah. Arizona, I mean, he was down there for a couple
Arizona
of
has
years.
terrible ownership.
He's familiar with the guys. You got Trey on the team. Yeah, all he has to do is run the defense, bring Davis with him. Now Davis is in control of their next quarterback.
I know you always have to be careful, which is good. He's your friend, so you should be careful.
Yeah. We can talk crap about him if you want.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe.
He's
He's the best tight end in the league, so there's not much crap to talk about with Trey McBride. I would just say this. He will leave as soon as he possibly can.
Let me tell you, as a media guy and his bro, hopefully. Here. Yeah.
God, they could use him here.
He's
God,
having a
Trey
fine time in
McBride here.
Arizona, but yeah.
Yes, he's totally happy in Arizona.
Right.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
totally get that. Yes, if Trey McBride was a Denver Bronco, that would be the greatest day of my life.
Could he be a real Joker?
Yeah.
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 Did you see what he did this weekend when he jumped over the dude
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
mic'd up?
Yeah. It's like,
yeah, it's fun.
he talked a bunch of junk.
That's fun stuff.
Yeah. I want Trey McBride to be a Denver Bronco in a bad way. But I have to wait until he's a free agent. And if I was Trey, or Trey's bro playing golf with him this summer.
We actually never talk about football.
Okay. Well.
0% of football conversation.
So are you saying if I get to go with you, I should not bring up like, hey, you got to get out of Arizona, dude?
I don't know that he'd hate it, but it's not it's not his first topic.
I'll talk
of
about the other stuff too.
Yeah, he likes other stuff.
Okay. I'll talk about that stuff.
So hard no to the Raiders and the Titans. Probably a hard no to Cardinal. I think what you said with the Giants makes a whole lot of sense.
The
Davis
Giants
comes-
are the best spot. You have Jackson Dart. You've got Davis Webb probably coming with you.
God, I
and you've
hate
got the
that
Mara
sounds good.
family.
I hate that sounds good.
It's good for VJ. And listen, the Broncos, they'll move on. They'll have Jim Leonard likely as their DC. As far as who takes Davis Webb's spot, I got an idea for you.
Okay.
How about Chase Daniel? Hey, Chase, I know you got to your podcast and all that kind of stuff. But if you take like a protege of Sean Payton who can, and listen, I say this lovingly as someone who's done a podcast for 20 years. You want to be doing a podcast or you want to coach in the NFL?
Yeah. I get
Where's
it.
your money at?
I would say this. I was going to say, well, man, he's never done it. But it's almost, he's just going to get on-the-job training anyway because he's not really going to do it.
Yeah.
He's going to learn how to do it.
Well, and how many
and
they
then
got?
Co-sign whatever Sean says.
Carmichael, they got Lombardi, so you
Right,
could get
right.
Chase Daniel in there to hold a clipboard, right? And just kind of learn the ropes from Pete Carmichael and Joe Lombardi of like, hey, this is how you deal with Sean. He knows how to deal with Sean anyway. And he knows the system. So much respect for Daniel and his knowledge of the system. You lose Davis Webb. That sucks. Hey, Chase Daniel, you're probably not making a ton of money with Diana Rossini on the podcast, so how about you come to Denver and Chase Daniel, if he's a head coach, I mean, that's a totally different tax bracket than being a podcaster. I don't care if you have Diana Rossini and the greatest podcast of all time. Okay, where's your passion at? I think Chase Daniel has a passion for football, and he'd be a nice fit on Sean Payton's staff.
Yeah, I'm not. When you first said it, I was like, no. But then thinking about it, of like, there's not going to be a lot of responsibility
Right.
in those first couple of years. He's just
Right.
going to be shown the ropes.
Yeah, and he gets to kind of shepherd Bo Nix's career. And the thing you want to be tied to in this league is a great quarterback.
That's right.
You can get a whole lot of money.
See, I wonder how much Davis Webb's aware of that. Now you'd get to go to New York and play in New York with Jackson Dart, who's got a little bit of buzz around him right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's going to be sustained with Jackson Dart.
Yeah, and if you're Davis Webb, you get to leave Bo on the ascension, not when he's peaked and then plateaued. You know what I mean? Because
So you
as a
get used to
coach,
get all the credit
like, well,
for it.
man,
Yeah.
you got all that credit for developing Bo, and then his game just leveled off. There's a level for everybody. Kev's going to put me on the list. There's a level for everybody, including Bo. There'll be a time where Bo's playing his best football, and he's just not going to play better than that. And maybe he's the best quarterback in the league. Maybe that's where his plateau is. But that's coming for everybody. And as a coach, you kind of want to get off that train before it hits that because
you
you'd
do.
be like, I got him on the way up. I don't know what they're doing now, but I got him there.
Well, and you get to go, oh, he plateaued? It's because I'm not there. I was doing all that.
Because I'm the man.
Yeah,
and then you can come in, look at Jackson Dart, and be like, he's the man or he's not the man. You get to make that call. So it's actually very advantageous for Davis Webb.
All right, so we'll find out what happens with VJ this week and if Davis Webb names continues to be brought up as a potential offensive coordinator for these new head coaches throughout the cycle. With that in mind, of the 6 openings, what is the best job? If VJ was to take one of these, what's the best setup and situation for these openings? We'll get into that next.
The Broncos win their 14th game of the season and finished as the #1 team in the AFC. With an extra week to prepare, will the Broncos move one step closer to a Super Bowl return? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's up, fellas? Josh over here to talk to you about my team over at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Now, if you're a full 4-hour listener of the show and rolling with us in the tribe, you're going to remember our 11:45 segment when we checked our ex and we talked about a little sexy time. We actually brought up erectile dysfunction. Go back and listen to that segment. There's some stats in there that you're going to need to know once you go see my team at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and deal with your ED. They have treatments over at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic that have success rates well over 90%. You going to ride with that number or go pick up one of those pill packs at a gas station that you don't know what the heck's in it? Don't do that, fellas. It's a new year. Make the resolution to treat your ED and not only change your life, but change your partner's life as well. First appointment's only going to cost you $99. Includes a consult with the Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and a PSA test, tell you what your levels look like, and if medically advised, they're going to suggest a test dose. If that test dose doesn't work, keep your wallet in your pocket. They don't want your money, but it works in over 90% of men, as I just said. You could be having sex the day after your appointment. Let's do the math here. Set up an appointment for tomorrow. Somebody's having sex on Thursday. Fellas, stop running from it. It's not going to fix itself. The cure is at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastery at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? You get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your
you know you can donate real estate too?
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins The Drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app.
They call it Black Monday, and a couple coaches got on Monday. A few of the openings we already knew about, but cease the ones that are open right now. We look at Atlanta, we look at New York, Tennessee, Vegas, Arizona. We just talked about those openings because those are all places where Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph is going to be interviewing, according to Adam Schefter. So all have their own appeal to them. Even the Raiders, I guess you could make an argument for. And then Cleveland is the other team that Vance apparently is not going to talk with. Basically, it's just Cleveland and Atlanta that haven't requested a formal interview or a Zoom sit-down with one Vance Joseph. So if I were to tell you, Cease, you're a free agent, right? You're a head coach in the NFL, and you're looking for a gig. Atlanta, New York, the Giant version, Tennessee, Las Vegas, Arizona, and Cleveland are all interested in your services. Would you have a preference, and why?
I would have a preference for the teams that have a quarterback. So your first one in Atlanta would depend on what you think of Michael Penix. Is Michael Penix still lazy, as the reputation was at Indiana?
Yeah.
And that was from within that building, so I can say on pretty good authority before the draft, the Indiana folks, not the Washington folks, which was different, right?
Yeah.
Because he became different. He grew up. I mean,
He did.
Bo Nix wasn't the same at Auburn as he was at Oregon.
100%.
And we know Michael Penix wasn't the same at Indiana as he was at Washington. So, is that still part of that, like the non-preparation, the non-taking care of your body, the stuff that really corrupted his game for the Hoosiers? So weird to think about where Hoosiers football was.
Yeah.
And then where it is now, like just to that. So if you like Michael Penix.
Where it was the second most losses of all time. They're still there, actually.
And Arthur Blank is a great man, an absolute great man. And he so wants a Super Bowl, not to be morbid, but before he passes away. And he's 80-some years old, and he really wants it. But he's not in a Jerry, like, I'll do everything thing. Arthur Blank just wants it. He wants to be able to trust the right guys. He thought he had that both in GM and head coach, and now both removed. So if we look at Atlanta, if you like Michael Penix, then that's a really good spot because you have a good owner there. And Tennessee would be better, but their ownership is so bad. If you like Penix, Atlanta is better than Tennessee, even though I think Ward looks much better.
Oh, agreed.
Much better than Michael Penix.
See, with Michael Penix, I still, my jury's still out because it's what I watched him do in college, both at Washington and Indiana, is just be a better athlete and more agile, faster than most people on the field. Well, that ship sails when you get to the pro level, and then you have to ask yourself, these kids have to ask themselves, am I really about that work? Or am I about having this physical God-given ability, and it has taken me as far as it's going to take me? Right now, it feels like that's the world that Michael Penix has decided to live in.
Yeah.
That can change, for sure. If he's about that work, we're going to find out this offseason. So I'd be a little hesitant there in Atlanta. Man, New York, and you said it about ownership. One, ownership's good. You're in New York City. I know the winters suck, and you won't see the sun from September to May. But
and your taxes suck.
Your taxes suck, but you're still living in New York City, and you're going to get a bunch of eyeballs on your program and what you're doing. And if you can succeed in New York City, I don't know that there's a better place to be successful. So that's high on my list. Tennessee, I'm not really interested in. You talk about ownership. Yeah, Cam's good, but even Cam being good, dude, they are multiple pieces and multiple years away from actually competing, even in their own crappy-ass division. Las Vegas. All right, do you really want to live in Las Vegas? Now, no state income tax. That's fun for your finances. But you have to work with Mark Davis. You know he's quick to pull the trigger if things aren't going the right way. That's a red flag.
They're paying. I had it for Checker X, but I prefer to talk about sex. They are paying. What? Kev, did you see that going around that graphic on Twitter? They're paying like 4 coaches
right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So going into 2026, the Raiders will be paying 4 coaches. I'll dig it up real quick on X, but you don't want to work for Mark Davis because of what you just said. He will.
He'll blow you out
pull
real
the
quick.
plug. Yeah, that hook is real quick. You will get off stage and you will not have any sort of choice. So Raiders going to Raider, and that's just what they do.
And then Arizona, I would, if I were a coach, I would never, ever, ever, ever tie myself to Kyler Murray ever in the history of the world. So they'd have to figure out what the heck's going on with that little dude. And then in
Did you see Murray say bye to Jonathan Gannon?
No.
Like, love you, bro. We had it. What?
What do you mean they had it?
I have
What'd
no
you guys
idea.
have? A good
Nothing.
Good kill-death ratio on Call of Duty? What did they have?
What's your KD?
I don't know. I haven't played in a while.
If mine is under 1, and I know that sounds pathetic, but I'm a camper, and I know people hate campers, but whatever, get as offended as you like. That's why Battlefield 6 bothers me, because you can't camp. You can't camp.
What do you mean?
The people will find you.
Oh, it's just
what,
a smaller
35 on
map.
35, and you can't camp, and plus your obstacles can be blown up. I'd be camping behind some concrete thing, and then they just blow up the concrete.
And you're exposed, shot in the face.
Yeah.
I haven't
You too
played
much golf.
any game but golf in 9 months.
Yeah, you're not Shark Boy. You're playing golf, and then you're playing more golf. By the way, it is 5 coaches, $8 million to Antonio Pierce, $10 million to Josh McDaniels, $10 million to John Gruden, $16 million to Pete Carroll, and $6 million to Chip Kelly.
You're talking about $40 million?
Did you do the math that quick?
I was trying to go with you, but
it's $50 million,
to.
but yeah.
Damn. They are really bad down there in Las Vegas. And then Cleveland is the last one. I actually think Cleveland's roster has a little something, but they're also the Cleveland Browns and have a really bad
And what do you
ownership.
think of Shedeur? Just like I said with Michael Penix, as a coach, you have to go in going, Shedeur's going to be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be a lot to handle. And is he going to live up to the hype? Is he going to produce in the expected level? What do you do with Deshaun Watson? So Cleveland's kind of got its own complications because you have a super popular quarterback that's not as good as he needs to be. And then you have a really good quarterback who's allegedly, or I guess not alleged, the judge that sentenced him called him a monster. So Deshaun Watson is a turd, and I hope corporate doesn't get mad at me, but like Watson's not a great guy. Let's just all say that.
All right,
but he's a very talented quarterback who's not what he used to be. Huh? I don't want anything to do with Cleveland.
See, with Shedeur, it's almost like with Penix. Again, ton of God-given ability. The dude can play at the NFL level. Is he about all the work that it's going to take away from the field to really be a successful NFL quarterback? That's where I don't know about Shedeur yet. He's got a ton of ability, but that can only get you so far in this game. So I would still be a little intrigued with what Cleveland is. There's some talent on the roster. Can you deal with the headache that might come with the Shedeur Sanders as your quarterback? Dude, now after doing that exercise, I think the Giants is the best job. I think the Giants is the best opening. Ownership, location, and I don't know if he's the franchise quarterback, but right now you got a guy at quarterback and a guy at running back that your fan base loves, and for the time being, you could really get something out of those two until they're brain dead.
And VJ has the ace in the hole that is Davis Webb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you think of who's the hottest. If New York is the best landing spot, who's the best coach available? You could say Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak's getting a lot of love. Deservedly.
People are all in love with Stefanski, too.
Mm-hmm. But who's his DC? Kubiak's the head coach, calling the plays. Okay, Jackson Dart, who you running the defense? If you can't tell me that, then it's not as good as VJ and Davis Webb. It's almost, if it is a package deal, if Davis wants to go with VJ, that's the best package deal in football.
I mean, if Davis wants to climb the NFL ladder, he's got to leave Denver. He's never going to get promoted past what he is right now. Maybe by title, but not by responsibility.
Yeah, Pete Carmichael and Joe Lombardi and Davis Webb, it's a Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
They're all just like pointing at each other. Like, you?
Exactly right.
Who's calling plays? Oh, Sean, the other guy.
Yeah. Let's just co-sign everything he says. Oh, all right. I guess that's what I do for a living. I don't know how many guys want to live like that forever. Yeah. Although, pay me that money. I'll co-sign whatever the hell you want.
I'll sleep on a cot in the office at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. Just give me free Broncos gear.
Yeah.
The cafeteria is amazing. Yeah. I get to talk to Greg Penner every day. I mean, we'd both do that.
I'm going to need a little money, but those other things are nice too. I do want the money just because I know GP's got it. You know what I mean? Got to get some of that.
Oh,
action.
This is nice. You're right. You're pulling at my heartstrings. This is Mike Hawkins on our YouTube chat.
What's up, Mike?
Dover and Cecil are a great package deal too.
Oh, thanks,
Thank
Mike.
you. Appreciate that.
That's really nice. Mike Hawkins. Like Hawkins, Indiana, Stranger Things?
Sure.
That's probably where you got
All
that,
I know
man.
is our chat room is making fun of the other shows, and it's like, okay, we're all on the same team.
We're on the same team.
We're all on the
guys.
same team. Make fun of the other guys, then we're fine.
Yeah.
But
do that
like,
with you.
make fun of our shows, like, okay, we could use a little bit less of that. We appreciate the support. The only thing that we asked from the tribe is what Tribe Help Tribe. Then send us your love questions. I don't know if we have any of that for
Someone
Dr.
asked
Taco.
us earlier if we could help them with a vasectomy.
No.
I'm not quite sure what I would do.
No, not at all.
You don't want me to have the scissors, that's for sure.
But the other thing, we also ask you to text into the morning show as the tribe.
Yeah, we still want that.
So we still want that because Mike Evans hates it, and it's so funny.
It's fun for us. A lot of fun for us. All right, let's get into quarter 4, going back to Philly. Look back at what the Nuggets did last night without their entire starting lineup. Was that their most impressive regular season win ever? Let's talk about it next.
The Broncos followed up their 2024 season by winning 14 games, reclaiming the AFC West and securing a first-round bye in the playoffs. Are the Broncos destined for a return to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
January is full of the I'll start tomorrow quotes, but at sodaweightloss.com, it's full of people who finally said, no, really, today I'm doing it. And once the weight comes off and the energy comes back, well, the excuses don't stand a chance. I always say, nothing tastes better than being healthy and fit. SodaWeightLoss.com, everybody. I lost 60 pounds a few years ago, and I'm never going back, all thanks to SodaWeightLoss.com. Knowing how to eat, what to eat, when to eat, having a coach there who actually texts me back. Support is so important with SodaWeightLoss.com. Clients say things like, the fat is melting off. I feel fantastic. I look 10 years younger. Exactly. That's what you get, SodaWeightLoss.com. And right now, the perfect gift for the two of you. Look and feel 10 years younger for the price of one. 2 people, 1 program, 1 life-changing start to 2026. Soda is the #1 weight loss company in America for client satisfaction, and the proof is at SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda Weight Loss is, say it with me, state-of-the-art.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling low energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring growth hormone peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. More energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at Hellsberg.com.
Women go through many changes in their lives. And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has stood beside Colorado families after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion won, we know how to fight for you. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents
every single day, and we're fired up that you guys are here with us. Maybe you're just checking in. Been a busy work week already. That's all good. Go back, find the podcast, search Dover and Cecil, wherever it is you find your podcast. Kevin does a great job getting that thing fully out there.
Fully, man. Are you used to getting back to work now? Because we're after New Year's, so like I saw a bunch of memes about like trying to use Teams again or whatever, and then you're like, I have no idea what sorcery this is.
I was just talking to our girl Tammy Oakland in the kitchen over there, and that's what she said. She's like, it's weird being here.
We're back.
And then we were talking about cool stuff she's giving away over there. But yeah, it's I don't know, has everybody adjusted yet? We're 6 days in here. Have you adjusted to being back at work, and are you still holding strong with your resolution if you've made one?
Not that many write checks anymore, I'm guessing, but like, are you still writing 2025? Because I know I am.
Oh, yeah.
I sent an email the other day, and I was like, 2025, and I'm like, oh, God, 2026.
I still write one check a month. I write it to the HOA because I hate them, and I think it's a scam. And they try to charge you $2.50 to use their portal to pay.
What?
And so I said, no, I'll write a check every week. You're already stealing $400 out of my bank account. That extra $250 ain't going your way either. $400 a month for an HOA.
What?
Yeah. That doesn't do anything.
In Lakewood?
Wheat Ridge.
In Wheat Ridge?
Yeah. Even worse, right?
Good luck.
HOAs. I got to get in on one or destroy all of them. Those
How
are my
can I
life goals.
scam people for money? Oh, start an HOA.
Start an
There you go.
HOA. You'll be good.
Mow some grass and start some HOA.
We are going to get into some danger rankings, some playoff edition danger rankings in 10 minutes from right now. First, though, Cease, let's do it one more time, man. Let's look back at what the Nuggets were able to accomplish last night.
Just wow.
Just an incredible game, an incredible performance. And I really love what you said to start this show. It's the beauty of sport. It's why you love sports so much. It's the unknown on a night-to-night basis, a week-to-week basis. If we're talking about what goes on in the football world, at the NFL level, any given Sunday, right? They say it in the football world. Well, I guess it was any given Monday last night in Philadelphia because you had Jalen Pickett, a guy that's bounced around and been a two-way player most of his NBA career. You had Zeke Naji, a guy that can't find the floor and is arguably the worst. It's not even arguably. He is the worst contract on this team. Balling the hell out. And then Payton Watson. We know what Payton Watson can bring to the team. He's been a pleasant surprise. Give him the last year and a half or so of what he's been able to do offensively. And then still, you said it earlier, that block chasing out the three-point line, he's incredible at that.
Yeah.
But you're going to tell me, and this is, again, why we love sports, Payton Watson, Jalen Pickett, and Zeke Naji outperformed Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and the fake-ass MVP that is Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
The three guys with Denver on their shirt that shouldn't be playing that amount took it to the guys with Philadelphia on their short. And by the way, at their barn.
Yeah, at their place. And they also were very consistent in their efforts. There never was any sort of faltering or like, oh, man, they can't hang. 29 in the first quarter, 29 in the second quarter, 29 in the third quarter, 33 in the fourth quarter, 5 in overtime. But Philadelphia only had 4 in overtime. So you got it done, and you were consistent all the way through. And really, this comes back to Jalen Pickett and the control. I put craft in my notes last night watching the craft in which he works with because he's comfortable within what's being asked of him. He's obviously comfortable within the offense and distributing, but also being aggressive, taking his own shot, whether it's from deep or it's a dribble drive, pull up too. I love seeing that from a young player and a player that wants to prove to everybody, hey, I can be a backup ball handler in the playoffs. That was not a thought, really. And we had discussed it, right? So I guess it was a thought, but it wasn't a serious thought. Now how serious is it? You're thinking about Jalen Pickett going backup ball handler in the postseason?
Yeah.
Yes, please, because of that aggression. I don't care if he's tiny.
I mean, dude, we're talking about how we gave so much credit to the front office, right? And what they were able to do coming in here, changing this bench around. And Val, bringing Bruce back, adding Tim Hardaway Jr., outstanding stuff. Now you think about, all right, Peyton Watson's going to have to go back to the bench at some point. Now, not that they would go full like hockey line sub, but dude, you have 5 legitimate reserves if Jalen's your backup ball handler. Now we know he can score. Again, if we're talking about him being a defensive liability, really what we're talking about is like 18 minutes of playing against probably a backup point guard on the other side, depending on what that coach does with his staggering, and that changes night in and night out.
Right.
But, dude, we're talking about a team a year ago having 0 depth and now having a legit second line that can get it. Jalen Pickett, Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., Peyton Watson, and Valanciunas. That's your backups. That's a pretty damn good opportunity for these guys to come in and carry the load and win non-Jokic minutes. Not keep your head above water, win non-Jokic minutes. And Cease, if this team with this starting lineup gets to a point where they're winning non-Jokic minutes, see you later, OKC. Can't do nothing about it.
It's exactly what you want. It's exactly what we've been hoping for years with Nuggets Nation. Let's do this because I think it's fun. Of those 5 starters that are backups, if they were the starting 5, how many games would they win?
Oh, like full
because
82?
I fully believe, I truly believe in Valanciunas as a starter still.
Oh, you're talking about the
backups
listed.
that you just mentioned.
Not the team that was on the court.
No,
last
not
night.
the team on the court last night.
I was like, who's coaching them? Hands? Win 10.
The backups that you just mentioned, and let's go over that again for the listening audience because I think it's great.
Jalen, Bruce, Peyton, Tim Hardaway, Val.
How many games do those 5 win as starters?
Dude, that's a playoff team in the East.
You ain't lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not
You
even
ain't
joking.
lying.
That's a playoff team in the East.
Yeah.
And they're like an 8, 9, 10 seed in the West.
And that's your bench.
Probably 9 or 10. Let's go 9 or 10.
Okay. And in the East, they'd be what, the 4
3.
seed?
Yeah. That's still damn solid.
That's really, really solid. And a credit to this front office for being able to unload Michael Jr. Porter. And glad he got the revenge game. Good for you, bud.
Yeah.
The Denver Nuggets
Good for you,
have
bud.
a much larger prize on the horizon.
It is impressive just to watch what they were able to accomplish last night. Effort, willingness, and want to. It can go
And
a
you
very,
want them
very
to
long
be
way.
sellers at the trade deadline. Would you want sellers of Ignacy?
Mm-hmm.
Any buying? You buying?
Oh, for the Nuggets?
Yeah. Or is it just selling? If everybody's healthy,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
everybody's
you need
healthy,
to be
you're
a buyer.
probably just selling.
Yeah, you don't need to be a buyer if everybody's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not, that's a different conversation.
Well, and
But
then
right now, it's just selling Zeke.
It's going to be I don't know if it's a fun conversation, but it's a conversation to have of, hey, are we all right with...
Would they trade Peyton Watson?
That's where I'm going here. Not trading Peyton because he's a part of this
And then
run.
he leaves.
And then he just walks away. Because that's what's going to happen here.
What would move the needle?
To get something back for him?
Yeah. First round pick.
Yeah. Because that is so valuable, especially for this team that doesn't have any of those things.
Yeah.
That would...
Would someone be willing to give up a first round pick?
I think so.
I think so as well.
A team like Golden State that still thinks they're on the in the era or the window.
Yeah.
And needing a piece like that.
Don't you want to trade him to the East, though?
Well, yeah, that's just the first team.
Yeah,
that came to mind.
but
Like,
that's
they
a
need some
great
defensive
fit,
help.
and he would go somewhere and be a starter. He's just not going to start here.
Boston, with them being banged up right now, he's obviously not Jason Tatum's scoring ability, but takes a lot of off the plate of some of those guys out there.
Right.
I would hate that. I hate Boston so much.
Send him to the Knicks.
Oh, screw the Knicks. I hate the Knicks more than I hate Boston.
What?
Yeah, dude. The Knicks, the Pacers. I can't get over that.
I can't get over that 4-point play from Larry Johnson because Antonio Davis had to foul on a 3-point shot.
Yes, he did.
Stupid. That was the stupidest play ever.
And
what
the
are you
Davis
doing?
Bros were so great, too.
Except for that one
Wrapped
moment.
down their leg that time.
I actually hated the Davis Bros because they were physical. They were, they were
The same reasons I hated Patrick Ewing.
Right. And Charles Oakley.
Yeah. It's tough to hate Oakley. Even as a guy
Oakley's
roots for
cool.
the Pacers, it's tough to hate on Oakley.
Oakley's cool.
Plus, for about 10 years of my life, I'm like, there's a chance he finds me and kills me. Thought that about Charles Oakley. Our dude Pat's checking in. He calls us Mountain Dudes, and I always love that.
Love it.
Good afternoon, Mountain Dudes, says Pat Callahan. What's up, Pat? That's my guy there. We appreciate you checking in with us. All right, quick look back there at what the Nuggets were able to do. Mentioned our danger rankings. Do I have the Broncos too low? I'm going to let the Tribe and Cecil judge it next.
The Broncos took care of business against the Chargers and closed out the regular season with a win. After a roller coaster season, does Sean Payton have his team dialed in for the playoffs? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Everybody loves the season of giving, but now the season of paying for it is upon us. That not-so-wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, stare in horror at the balance, and resolve then and there to find new ways to save money. If you're among those Americans, why not start by cutting your wireless bill in half right now with Pure Talk's Saver Plan? It's easy. You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super-fast, nationwide 5G network for just $20 a month. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Ho, ho, ho! And if you're active or former military or a first responder, you'll save an additional 20% every single month. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe for the gift that keeps on saving from America's wireless company. Pure Talk.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. Hey, I got a real cool story I wanted to share with you. Many years ago, my lovely wife Kimberly wrote down a prayer that said, God, make me a lighthouse so I can be a light to others when they're in a dark place. She filed that card away both in her heart and her prayer box. And then about 3 years ago, I asked my wife to leave her job in corporate America and come help me open up 303 Law 4040. And she absolutely loves it. She really feels like helping other people when they are hurting and don't know what to do is her calling. So here's the really cool part. A few weeks ago, a client came in to pick up a check and said to Kim, I really want to thank you. You were a lighthouse to me when I was in a dark place. It gave me chills when Kim told me that. If you've been hurt in an accident, it really is our honor to help you in your time of need. Call us anytime at 303 Law 4040, where you always get to speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. That's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
Download to see if you qualify for Albert Instant Advance. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription is required for Instant Advance. Please see the Albert app or albert.com for subscription pricing. Subscriptions can be canceled at any time.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? You can get up to a $1,000 advance fast to pay for car repairs, bills, rent, groceries, whatever you need. Plus, Albert can help you find ways to save and give you a custom budget to actually grow your money.
Albert can get me up to $1,000?
Exactly. But they do more than get you up to $1,000. Albert is your financial assistant, helping you budget, save, and spotting you money in a pinch.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000 for your bills, rent, groceries, and more. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000. Use code PLAN to get up to $1,000.
Brandon Stokely here for Colorado's hometown HVAC team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Is your heating system struggling to perform and need to be traded? It has never been easier to get a quote for a new heating system. Rocks Heating and Air offers a free online heating and cooling quoting system so that you can quickly and accurately get pricing on a new system. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
We got to get into some danger rankings. The playoff edition of said danger rankings. I've got my list. I want to know if I've got the Broncos in the right spot and if the top team I have should in fact be there. The judges of that, Cecil Lammy and everybody out there in the tribe. You tell us on the RamosLaw.com text line at 303-713-1043. Same deal over on YouTube. Get to Denver Sports YouTube page. Click that Dover and Cecil stream. You're in the crew just like that. I have a team at number 1 that I didn't respect most of the season.
Okay.
And they have forced me to do so. They are one of 3 14-win teams, and they are not the Denver Broncos, not the New England Patriots.
What?
The Seattle Seahawks.
They can't be number 1 because it's Sam Darnold, dude. Come on.
They have put Sam
Their fatal
Darnold.
flaw is the most important position in sports.
I think that what the Seahawks have done, I think Jacksonville's done a pretty good job of this, but he has a little bit to do with it too. I think what Seattle has done, of all these playoff teams, at least the teams I think can go on and make a deep run, they've put their quarterback in the best position to win.
Who's paying you to say Seattle? Is Seattle Sports on the horn, right?
Brock Heward.
You got Brock Heward
right?
stroking, writing a fat check so
No,
you'd say
man,
Seattle number 1?
It's just who that defense is, the fact that they're going to have home field advantage as well. It's just as significant, as loud as what Broncos country can be. And right now, their quarterback's playing better than our quarterback. Their defense is playing more consistently than our defense.
When Sean Payton said it, I wondered if Seattle fans would get offended, but get as offended as you like, because he's like, when they bought the 12th man from Texas A&M, because I always just said they stole it. Did they actually buy it?
I don't know. I didn't know that.
Kev, do some research for me. Did they actually buy the 12th man? Because Sean said that, and I was like,
so you have to buy like the copyright?
I don't know, but
them?
Texas A&M. When I think the 12th man, sorry Seattle, I don't think you. I think the Aggies.
Yeah,
that's Texas A&M.
Well, Texas A&M's always been a player in football. Seattle has like these
they come and go
stretches of good,
right,
and then really bad stretches, and then stretches of good.
Right. You'll have Jim Zorn and Steve Largent, and then you'll go a decade plus.
Right.
We got Rick Meyer, everybody. Yeah, so, Kev. What's the word there?
So in 2016, the Seahawks will pay $140,000 to Texas A&M for limited rights to the school's 12th man trademark.
They had to buy their fan. We have Broncos. We don't pay anything for Broncos country, right? We're just Broncos country. We don't have to do that. 12th man. Woo, we're the 12th man.
You can't come up with something on your own?
They paid Texas A&M, so they did buy it. Wow, Sean. Seattle will get offended to that.
Can they have been the Hawks Nest or something like that? I think they are. Don't they have signs there that say the Hawks Nest?
I don't know.
Now, imagine paying $140K to call yourself something. That's unbelievable.
It's like paying for Twitter.
That's unbelievable to me. So if I have Seattle at 1, where would you have them?
Let's say 3.
Okay. Can I go Seattle, Jacksonville, New England?
How is it not Jacksonville number 1? The way they're rolling, they got the quarterback, they've got the ground game, they've got some weapons, maybe not household names, and they could be better or whatever, but like they've got the defense, they've got, Liam Cohen's just so hot right now. Like they've got the coach. I don't know, man. I don't know how you have Seattle 1 and Jacksonville not 1.
Do the Jags, the Patriots, or Houston, because I have Houston in front of Denver too, do any of those three teams have a player like JSN?
I mean,
he's a damn stud.
Yeah, and Nico Collins, who I love, is not him, and certainly New England doesn't have that either. Yeah, so he's a stud, but we're also talking about a receiver who's a dependent position.
You're right.
And he depends on Sam Darnold not wetting the bed and seeing ghosts. And I can't have Seattle number 1 with Sam Darnold there. Just 0.
I got him at 1. I got Denver at 5. I got San Francisco at 6. I got Philly at 7. Buffalo in here at 8. And then my last team that I think can go, like I said, these are my danger rankings of like they ended up in the Super Bowl. It wouldn't be the biggest surprise in the world.
Sure.
Is the Los Angeles Rams. They just stumbling at the end of the season here. And that hurts them in my
The Rams should
rankings.
be higher on your list. The Broncos should be a couple spots higher on your list. Like danger rankings. Who's the most dangerous? Regular season is regular season, and you can have some stumbling blocks. Who wilts under the hot lights of playoff football?
Buffalo.
We don't yet know that. Buffalo does. The Chargers do regularly, right? They choke. San Francisco at the higher level.
Yeah.
Not yet. San Francisco does it in the Super Bowl. Thanks, Kyle. But like that's about it. I don't know, man. I think you should have the 49ers a little bit higher too.
You might. I might be able to do some flip-flopping between Denver and New England.
Flip-flopper.
I don't know about Seattle, Jacksonville, Houston. I don't know that I can put Denver in front of any of those teams.
Jacksonville's got to be up there. And then Houston is a problem as well. They are a thorough team with they've got a couple of running backs they can use. They've got a quarterback who, when healthy, is dangerous. They have a tight end. They have what I consider a big-time wide receiver. Not JSN level, but still a true number 1 in Nico Collins. So, yeah, I think Houston needs to be higher on your list, too.
If we did coach-quarterback exercise, which we do a lot, right?
Sure, right.
If you have the best coach and quarterback combo, you're probably going to win a bunch of games. Let's do it here on my list. Sean Payton, Bo Nix versus Mike McDonald, Sam Darnold.
Mike McDonald, Sam Darnold, and Old McDonald. It doesn't matter. Broncos number 1.
All right, Broncos there. I probably wouldn't give you too much pushback. Jacksonville, Liam Cohen, Trevor Lawrence. I think Sean Payton's better than Liam Cohen because he's just getting into this.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Lawrence has done it longer, but they're kind of getting to the same level at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's Broncos again. You're going to have to get to the NFC side before you get me on this.
Yeah,
you know who
New
it
England,
is.
I won't do it. Houston, I got to give you some pushback.
No!
Dude.
D'Amico got a ring? D'Amico have a ring. Does he have a ring? No.
Greg Pinner wanted D'Amico more than Sean.
Does Greg want that now?
I don't know. It all worked out the way it was supposed to?
Perhaps, but I wonder if and D'Amico's a fantastic coach, but Sean Payton's got hardware. Hardware goes a long way.
It does. It does.
Dog's got personality. Personality goes a long way with me.
Kyle Brock.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Kyle,
it's Denver.
Kyle ain't it. Sirianni Hurts.
Nope, it's Denver.
I don't even have to ask you about Buffalo. Scorpio Stafford?
Yes. That's
the
it.
one.
That's it. Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford. If we go coach-quarterback combination, they are the number 1 in the playoff teams.
Yeah, see, we agree on L.A. We just don't agree on Houston. I think it's a lot closer than you think.
Okay.
And maybe you think it's close, but...
I know C.J. Stroud chokes in the red zone. That's what's preventing it. It's actually less D'Amico there, although Sean still has hardware.
Yeah.
But Bo Nix, C.J. Stroud. And now Bo needs to be better in the red zone because the last 3 weeks it's not great, Bob. But
Sean needs to be better in the red zone.
Maybe Joe Lombardi could tell him something. What are those conversations like?
I got a quick preview. You be Joe. I'll be Sean.
Hey, Sean. Good day. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's up?
Remember in New Orleans we had some really good times?
I love New Orleans. Yeah, that was fun.
I got a suggestion for you.
Nope. See you later. Who's next?
That's Pete Carmichael.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
Pizza. What's up, Pete? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? You remember the good times we had in New Orleans?
Oh, such good. I was just
that
talking
one
to Joe
spot
about that.
and your pad. We'd have those drinks. That was so much fun.
Remember the night we threw up hurricanes?
I know. It was awesome. I do have a suggestion.
Next. That's how it goes.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Patrick Smythe comes in. Hey, Sean, I got a suggestion.
Nope. Next. Patrick doesn't even get to go through the door. Things have changed since Sean showed
Would we
up.
like Sean if he wasn't our guy?
No. Would we? Would you?
No.
Exactly, dude.
God, no. But he's our guy, so I love him.
We love him.
I kind of love him for the
Yeah.
way that he is. He's grumpy. He's kind of cool. He's mostly grumpy.
You want to be a first class Richard? Be my first class Richard, and then we'll roll together.
He's like Draymond Green,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
It's like I hate Draymond Green,
Right.
but if Draymond Green was a Denver Nugget, he'd be the
Love
best.
that guy. All right, you tell us, how are danger rankings looking? Do I have the Broncos too low? Do I have the Seahawks too high? Answer on the RamosLaw.com text line. Don't forget to throw your name on your text, 303-713-1043. We will get caught up there as the show rolls on. Hey, what's best for Broncos and Broncos country? Toughest path to a Super Bowl to silence the doubters? An easy path to pave the way to Santa Clara? Or a combo of both? That conversation's coming at you next.
The Broncos win their 14th game of the season and finished as the #1 team in the AFC. With an extra week to prepare, will the Broncos move one step closer to a Super Bowl return? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
How about a simple New Year's resolution, one that even I could achieve? Reverse the clock on hair loss with Advanced Hair's simple one-day FUE treatment. You will feel more confident and more youthful when you witness your own natural hair growing into those places that have been balding or thinning for years. From Advanced Hair's breakthrough technology to their highly experienced team, there is no one I trust more in hair restoration. Their simple FUE treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and your new hair is backed by the Advanced Hair Guarantee. I know from personal experience, Advanced Hair's exceptional standard of care makes your comfort and your results their top priority. Celebrate this new year with a fuller head of hair and get a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR. Discover what meeting your resolution could look like with the before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's a new year, and Aleve is here to help you keep your New Year's resolutions on track. Whether it's a daily walk, hitting the gym, or spending more time with friends and family, Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you moving with long-lasting body pain relief so you can chase those dreams and achieve your goals. Don't let body pain slow you down. Keep going with Aleve, because this year is your year. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
You'd love new windows, but don't want to pay a fortune for them. I get it. Well, January is a great time of year thanks to Window Nation. Right now, they're more affordable during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows Free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. And ask how you could get a pair of Icon Pass 2-day sessions. If you're feeling cold drafts, have trouble getting your windows open or closed, or paying a lot for your heat, it's time for new windows. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com now.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey guys, boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Progressive's Accident Response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's Accident Response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
We're all at risk when you don't give space to vehicles on the side of the road. Move over or slow down. Put yourself in their shoes. This could be you someday. Brought to you by the Colorado State Patrol.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Yeah, I need the sun to start setting later so I can have this challenge, Drew.
Well, we are past the shortest day of the year, the winter solstice, so every day's getting longer, which means more time for golf. But the stuff that turns you on is different than the stuff that turns me on.
I mean, that stuff still works, but there's a couple other things, too.
Yeah, you're all about Titleist and Callaway and whatever. And
I spend at least an hour a day looking at training aids that I could buy to help my golf swing.
I spend an hour a day looking at blondes and Latina baddies. There you go.
I make some room for that, too. It's Dover and Cecil. We're hanging with you guys for another half hour or so. The drive coming in at 2. Zach By, Philip Lindsay, those boys, they'll get you home this afternoon, and they'll keep the conversation rolling throughout the day. Cecil, I want to talk about the path for the Denver Broncos and what we're looking at here of how we feel about the divisional round being in Denver, the AFC Championship game being at Mile High, and then the one road trip they'd have to make if they're fortunate enough to get there is heading west to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60. I want some tribe participation here as well. What's the path you're looking for? Do you want to be battle-tested? Do you want to prove the world wrong and go against the toughest opponents, go through the gauntlet, and then still end up in Santa Clara? Are you looking for the road less traveled a little bit with, less distractions, less things that can knock you off your path?
Right.
Cecil and I disagree a little bit on this one. Now, we both want the same AFC Championship game. I don't know who doesn't. Now, again, maybe if you want the just straight easiest way, maybe you don't want to see Drake May and those boys. But, man, that I can't disagree with you on that one, Cease. I want New England in the AFC Championship game. I want the heads up, Bo versus Drake, and I know it's not that, but that'll be as it's billed. I want to see what that looks like. 2 second-year quarterbacks that are, the new flavor of the NFL, so hot right now. What does that look like? Can Drake do it against that defense? Can Bo do it against their defense? How's Vrabel game plan to slow Sean and Bo down? How's Sean game plan to get over on Vrabel and his side of the ball? And what does VJ do to slow down Travion and everybody over there?
Right.
And Drake May. I want that a lot. I don't necessarily want the toughest thing in the divisional round because I am licking my chops at the opportunity to send Aaron Rodgers, his mushroom-eating, ayahuasca-drinking, home for the rest of his NFL life. I want Aaron Rodgers to cry in the car after Nick Bonito sacked him for the 7th time and the clock reads 0.
So let me ask you this. We're going to get very deep and personal, and we might offend some people. Are you ready?
Yeah, I love
Why do you hate Aaron Rodgers?
I think he's a very self-centered, egotistical tool that only cares about himself in all aspects of life.
All right. So it doesn't go back to his stance on the COVID-19 vaccinations, where he's like, I'm immunized, but he was talking about, like, weed or whatever.
Yeah. No, him and I don't differ too far on that.
Okay. All right. Because I remember when he was going to come here, and he was texting Mark Schlereth.
Yeah.
why do they try to keep that secret on the morning show? Like, somebody was texting Mark Schlereth. It was Aaron Rodgers.
He said that.
I know. Serge Schlereth said that, and then Evans acts like, I know who it is, but I'm going to go to my grave without ever telling you. It was Aaron Rodgers. They were so close, and I wanted to come here just for the chaos because I think it'd be funny, and I like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny when people who don't like Aaron Rodgers have to cover him for his decisions or whatever. My body, my rights.
Yeah.
So, like,
that actually has nothing to do with it. I forgot about it until you told me.
Okay, well, I'm just asking because I know there's a lot of people I know in the media that hated Aaron Rodgers because he has his own body and chose to do things with his own body.
Big Travis Kelce fans out there, huh?
Yeah, well, Travis Kelce is fake as they get with his 2 Band-Aids. So how much did Pfizer pay him per Band-Aid? Oh, okay. So, so it's not that. It's not that. I just had to know. You and I actually never talked about that.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know if that's why you hated Aaron Rodgers, because that's when a lot of the hatred kind of started for him. Like, he's so weird, and he's just ayahuasca, and like, I don't really care about any of that. Like, go do the psychedelics, go do whatever you want, baby. Just don't hurt anybody.
I hate guys that put on a front. If you're playing a character,
well,
or
he does
you're not
put
who
on a
you
front,
are,
but I don't know if we're going to talk about that one. Like,
well, that's a part of it.
That's a part of it. But
But
like,
he
what
puts on
front
a-
is he putting on? He's in Aloha. He knows it. He doesn't care.
No, but like I hate all this stuff, and then he thrives on attention and leave me alone.
Oh,
don't
and then he's
talk
on
about me.
McAfee
And then he's on McAfee every Tuesday for an hour and a half.
Okay, well, is that on him or is that on McAfee?
That's on both.
Okay.
If Rodgers doesn't want the attention, why are you agreeing to the pay? If you really are about not getting the attention and staying out of the front line,
Right.
then don't go on the radio.
Was it partly also like bringing in Devontae Adams with the Jets and like, hey, and because remember that when he was on McAfee and then Adams was like there and then they didn't do anything. So, okay, all right.
He screams phony, and I don't like that.
You're not very untrue in terms of that statement. So yes.
So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Shut down Aaron Rodgers. See you later. Career's over. And then let's do this dance. Let's see who is the best team between the Broncos and the Patriots. But you don't want that. You want something else.
I want the harder path. That resistance is how you learn. This team has a lot to learn. If this team was like, let's say they were so hot right now. Let's say they were playing in a way that the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing, right? 41-7 over the Titans. These guys are rolling. There's not much to learn except punch these guys in the face and see how they react. The Broncos have been punched in the face. They've reacted. They've been down. They've reacted. They've had fourth quarter comebacks against good teams, against bad teams. They've played down to their competition. They've run the gamut in almost every way that you can play football. The Denver Broncos have done that this year. But at the same time, through all those trials and tribulations, what have they done? Learned. If you go play some slappy Steelers team, fraudulent Steelers, that's what they are, fraudsters, Steelers. That's who Pittsburgh is. Their defense isn't what they used to be. This is not the Steelers that you would recognize or realize, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is that good anymore.
Well, let me ask you this. I know what you're saying, that you learn more, but dude, you play in a playoff game, you host a playoff game, you beat up on a Steelers team that isn't on your level.
But they don't challenge you in any way.
But don't you learn a lot about, dude,
how do they challenge you? Who's the receiver? Is DK against Pat Surtain? I'm taking PS2 all day. How do you learn against the Steelers? I know you hate Rodgers, but let's dig into this, bro. Dig in on this show. Dig right here. How do they do it? How do they learn when the Steelers don't have anything that can test them?
I've just watched the last 2 games against Kansas City. Nothing. Los Angeles. Nothing. I learned that the Broncos couldn't beat those teams the way I wanted to beat them. You go do that against the Steelers team that doesn't have all the stuff you're talking about.
Sure.
I'm learning, okay, they've upgraded a little bit from the last couple of weeks of the regular season. You are punching the face of an inferior opponent. You are putting your neck or your foot on the neck of that inferior opponent. They go and beat up Aaron Rodgers in an inferior Steelers team, I'd learn a lot because I would know that this team has that in them.
Well, here's what they would do, and I've seen the future. Here's what it is. They would barely beat the Steelers.
You're probably right.
Okay.
You know
then
why?
are we having the
'Cause
same
that's what they
conversation? They learn style points. We're doing this all over again. Baby. We've been doing that since the Chiefs game. I don't need that. You know what we would test? Buffalo. They're going to run it down your throat. Can you stand up to James Cook? Can you deal with Josh Allen as a runner? You beat those guys, now you go, wow.
Yeah.
Man, they held James Cook. He's on fire as the leading rusher, the best ever, and they held him to 50 yards, 40 yards, 20 yards, whatever the number. then you learn something. Then you can have real confidence. You and I in our day, probably pretty good basketball players. You're better than I am today, but you and I are pretty good basketball players.
Yeah.
We go beat up on a bunch of junior high kids playing basketball. We learn anything? We get confidence? We get rolling?
You get confidence.
We're okay. Little.
Yeah.
What if you and I go face some former college basketball players? And ZB's a hell of a hooper. Let's say it's ZB and somebody else, right? Not have to be somebody that works here, but like a legit hooper. ZB's a legit hooper.
He is.
You and me take down ZB and his partner. Maybe it's Tyler who doesn't score anything like last time. But anyway,
That'd be awesome.
We take down those guys. What do we learn? Did we learn more? Do we feel better? Do we feel more confident?
You
or
feel
do
better.
we beat up on the junior high kids?
You feel better.
How
and
do
you've learned
people
more.
not realize this? Why are we having this conversation of like, give me the easy, give me the easy? I thought it was the rich kid thing with Will, but you and I are cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
We didn't have the silver spoon. And I'm just like, I don't know, brother. You're messing with me here.
See, and I think it's a little bit of this, like, I want to learn. I want to see what they're about.
All right.
But I'd also really love to experience a win in the playoffs, too. I'd really love to get ready for an AFC championship game, too. And I'm telling you, man, a team like Houston coming to Denver in the divisional round scares the living you-know-what out of me. And I think everybody should be on that same high alert. The Houston Texans coming to Denver in the divisional round. Dude, it could have a whole lot of 96 Jacksonville feelings up in the building, and that is what I don't want to learn. I don't want to learn that all the things the naysayers said throughout the season, then they lose in the divisional round, and we got to hear it throughout the whole summer. That's what I don't want to learn. And if Houston shows up, that's on the table, my man. That's on the table.
Touche.
All right, fun conversation. What are we watching tonight? The Nugs are off. They're going to wrap up their roadie tomorrow night in Boston, but the
big one for the
Avs have a big one. Cecil said it. 5 o'clock tonight at Tampa Bay before they come home for a long, extended homestand. We're going to get into that game, preview a little bit of that game, and we've got ourselves a little miniature update on Gabe Landeskog and Devon Taves. We'll share it with you next.
The Broncos followed up their 2024 season by winning 14 games, reclaiming the AFC West and securing a first-round bye in the playoffs. Are the Broncos destined for a return to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, next January, you'll either wish you had started or you'll be celebrating. It's a celebration. Healthier, younger feeling you. SodaWeightLoss.com. It's what you need to know, everybody. I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaWeightLoss.com. I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. It's so life-changing. Having my coach available via text. I'm grocery shopping, and, hey, can I eat this? What about this? Like, all those questions answered directly to you. You're never out of it. You've got that support system right there. Are you kidding? These guys are the best. You kidding me? SodaWeightLoss.com. You've got no guesswork, just results, and fast. That's why Soda has nearly 9,000 positive Google reviews, and this January, it's the deal of the year. Look and feel 10 years younger, just like me. For the price of one, bring a partner, pay for one, and transform together. Doesn't get any better than that. Nothing tastes better than being fit and healthy, everybody. SodaWeightLoss.com, SOTA, weightloss.com. Soda is state-of-the-art.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Spine One. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain. Well, my guys at Spine One, they're an emergency room for back pain with same-day appointments. They'll see you and they'll get the journey started. And that's exactly what I did. Whether it's chronic pain, acute pain, work-related, sports-related, doesn't matter. All you got to do is pick up the phone and start your journey just like I did toward pain-free. 303-367-2225. That's 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at SpineOne.com.
Download to see if you qualify for Albert Instant Advance. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription is required for Instant Advance. Please see the Albert app or albert.com for subscription pricing. Subscriptions can be canceled at any time.
Kylie, what's wrong?
I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? You can get up to a $1,000 advance fast to pay for car repairs, bills, rent, groceries, whatever you need. Plus, Albert can help you find ways to save and give you a custom budget to actually grow your money.
Albert can get me up to $1,000?
Exactly. Exactly. But they do more than get you up to $1,000. Albert is your financial assistant, helping you budget, save, and spotting you money in a pinch.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000 for your bills, rent, groceries, and more. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to get up to $1,000. Use code PLAN to get up to $1,000.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. It's a new year. It's time to work on a new you.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, our final segment here on a Tuesday edition of the program. We're back at this thing tomorrow at 10 a.m., getting you set for the Nuggets wrapping up their home game. It'll be a Don't Be That Guy Wednesday tomorrow, so it's an early homework assignment for you guys. Start thinking about the people that are ticking you off, grinding your gears.
I already got a bunch of that.
You got a list already?
I got a list, yeah. Yeah, it's growing.
We got a texter named 6 Mil.
Oh,
it's the $6 million man, Steve Austin. That's what they're calling themselves here.
I was going to say, can I have a loan?
That's a cool name there. Yo, Tribe. What up, $6 million
What up?
man? I agree with Cecil. You play a lesser opponent, play around with your food a little too much. It just might fall off the plate. That's a good way to say it there, Steve Austin. So he's agreeing with you because of the worry of playing down to your competition, I guess, a little bit for the Denver Broncos. Now, I get why they're saying that. I get the thought process. It's the playoffs. I don't know that playing down is ever a reason to worry. Or it shouldn't be anyway when you're at this point of the season.
Yeah, at this point of the season, everything changes, and if you're not dialed in, baby, I can't help you. I got nothing for you if you can't get up for this type of game, and they've been waiting for this. The Broncos being the number one seed is a surprise to me. I had them at 13 wins. I never said number one seed. It's a surprise. I don't think I ever heard Kev say it. And Kev said 13. I never heard him say number one seed. You had him at like 10 or something, 9, whatever, and didn't believe
I
it.
had 11.
Oh, okay.
11.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
I was giving you a little crap. But anyway, so you had 11. Never said number one seed.
No, I didn't.
None of us did. It's not a surprise to them. It's not. They're not like, wow,
they're where
can
they
you believe
thought
it?
they would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle in the Springs. Kyle. Says Cecil doesn't care about style points, but wants to prove we can beat the best. We have 3 games left. It's past the point of learning for me. It's just about getting the easiest and best path to a trophy emoji.
I think you can learn all the time.
If you win, so let's say they do get the easiest path. Like they beat up on the Steelers.
Right.
And then it's, I don't want to say the Jacksonville Jaguars are the easiest path, but then it would be like the Bills that you would have to play. Mm-hmm. I guess that would be backwards. It'd be the Bills and then the Steelers because of seeding. But, they get the easiest path, whatever that may be. And they win the Super Bowl. Do they not learn anything on that stretch?
you always learn something, but I want the most lessons, right? The harder lessons, the lessons that you can learn more. You have, you went to school, right?
Sort of.
Thornton?
Northglenn. How dare
Northglenn,
you?
sorry.
How dare you?
I always forget. I was like, which one don't you like? Okay, Northglenn. You went to school in Northglenn. You
Yeah.
had good teachers and bad teachers, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. What'd you learn from the good teachers? And teaching actually...
Learned nothing from Mr. Coolman. Learned a ton from Mr. Mavroganis.
Okay, there you go. See, I learned a ton from Mr. Healy.
Yeah.
Miss Merrick just taught me to have some breath mints. But like, okay, you have good teachers and bad teachers. This is the same thing. I want the best teachers, and the best teachers are the best teams, period. So can you learn something from slappies? Yeah, don't be a slappy.
Yeah, right.
Don't be like them.
Don't do that.
This is an interesting conversation. I guess it sparked a lot of debate.
Yeah, people are into it, man. It's fun.
Will hasn't added me today, so thank you,
Okay,
Will, for not. Don't at me, bro. Like, thank you, Will. I appreciate that. But like, it's an ongoing conversation. It is a debate, and I stick by my stance. I am firmly in that.
I like that. Who was your best high school teacher?
Mr. Healy.
Mr. Healy.
I did a cartoon about him in the high school.
Oh, that's
in the
cool
newspaper.
as hell.
Yeah.
Did he like it?
A little bit. I kind of,
I mean, you were a high school kid, so
yeah.
I'm sure
So I made
some.
fun of him in the cartoon strip. So
I've told you before about Miss Yankee. She let me do the Tupac report.
Yes.
And when we were reading Romeo and Juliet, that was Romeo. She cried. She cried, and like there were a group of kids like, "Do you believe she's crying?" And I'm like, "She's so emotional. She's so in touch with who she is." Like I thought that about her.
What else did you think about her?
But I was like, "Oh, she's so cool." So she let me be Romeo. She let me do a Tupac book report, and she cried in front of us. I was rolling with Miss Yankee.
What else did she let you do?
Nothing.
Okay. You just got real quiet when I said that part. So I just checking, just double checking.
Should we do worst teacher now?
Sure, I don't care.
Mine was definitely Coolman, who I just mentioned.
Okay.
We did
Why?
not see on the same page.
Okay, so should I bang on Miss Merritt because she had the bad breath, or should I bang? Who is
Maybe use a different word.
my shop teacher? My shop teacher put me in not a chokehold, but like an armbar
What?
thing. Yeah. Because they were.
I guess it was a different time.
Yeah, it was. I went to school when they would paddle you.
Yeah. See, the principal had the paddle, but it was never in
used
use.
it?
Yeah, that
Okay,
was just
yeah. No,
this is what we used to do. Intimidation factor.
Yeah, we had the paddle. Yeah, I can't remember. I think they were doing announcements, and I was like, I wasn't paying attention. Shocker, I wasn't paying attention. And it was the shop teacher at Pine, so it wasn't Mr. Thomas at Grover, and he like didn't hear me say that I already heard the announcements, or I don't know what, and he just like put me in an arm bar and escorted me to the principal's office in an arm bar.
That's crazy.
And the shop, because it was ag shop, the shop wasn't anywhere close to the office.
So he's just walking you back
so like
with a full Nelson.
perp walking me outside in front of everybody. Now I'm a rebel.
Yeah.
So all the ladies.
You're like, get off me.
Yeah. So it was like when McLovin gets arrested at the end.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was like, going down the hallway.
This guy's a dangerous criminal.
Exactly. So going down the hallway in front of all the ladies, that's what I was doing. It's like, you never get me.
See, I kind of like that. I can respect that a little bit.
Yeah, but it was odd to be immediately armbarred by an adult man.
When I was at Niver Creek Middle School, we played basketball before school. 7 a.m. we're out there in Jenko's just sweating it out, trying to get buckets. And Philippe, my buddy Philippe, who I'm still cool with, and Ray, who I'm not cool with him. I just don't know where he is.
Okay.
You get in fist fights playing basketball. It's part of it. And it was their turn to fist fight this morning. And Mr. Pearson, I was going to call him Jeff. Mr. Pearson was our basketball coach and one of the gym teachers. Came out, saw the fight. He's an adult. He's breaking up the fight. And Philippe's swinging a hook. Ray ducks under it and just connects with Pearson. And the same thing. He didn't armbar him, but he took that dude by the shirt and yanked him out.
Wow.
And even to this day, when I still from Philippe, remember when you punched Pearson in the face, dude?
Nice. See, and this whole easy talk, it reminds me of Step Brothers when they beat up on the kids and they like turn around. That's what y'all want. Y'all want that. And I know. I want a parade. Well, I do too. And I know that the best way to get there is to be tested by the best.
See, we're looking at it differently. In my eyes, I'm the kid making Aaron Rodgers eat the white poop. That's what I want. Eat the white poop, dude. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. All right. I got you.
All right, Cease, as far as tonight goes, what are we thinking for the Colorado Avalanche?
Yeah.
An update here from Corey Masick, I believe. He covers the team for the Post. Coach Bednar said that Gabe Landeskog will miss, quote, some weeks with his upper body injury. Too early to rule out the Olympics for Gabe.
Okay.
Again, I don't care about Sweden. I care about the Avalanche. He also mentioned Devon Taves. He's week to week. Best case scenario for the Taser is a 2-week absence.
Okay.
He's expected back before the Caps.
So why can't Gabe be called week to week? If it's he'll miss some weeks.
Some weeks.
Okay, well, wouldn't you go month to month?
Doesn't some weeks mean it's definitely more than one, but it could be 2?
Well, then what's week to week? Just like you, maybe next week,
He's ready
maybe
in
not.
7 days,
Oh,
maybe.
okay, all right.
I don't know. That's how I'm interpreting
Okay,
it.
well, it's hockey, so what's the update on Gabe? Nothing. Like, he's out, and if the Olympics, which begin, Spivak told me earlier, like the 10th or whatever?
I think he said that, or the 11th.
Yeah, so if that's where the Olympics begin, then we're a month away, and I would say a reevaluation. And like you, I don't care about the Olympics. Sorry.
I damn sure don't care about Team Sweden.
Yeah. I mean, 1,000%. You don't need to see him till after the Olympics. Point blank, period. None in the Olympics, not at all. And then after the Olympics, you kind of reassess the situation. So maybe, and Mel was talking about that in a YouTube chat. What's up, Mel?
What up, Mel?
Creaky. Is it not broken ribs? Because broken ribs would be longer than like a month. We're basically talking about a month.
What, 4 to 6 weeks probably for a ribs?
And probably closer to 6.
Yeah, probably.
So if it's not broken, I don't know how he didn't break his ribs. Seriously. I don't know. I don't want to be like over dramatic. I don't know how he didn't puncture a lung. You have a floating rib.
Yeah.
One of the most dangerous punches, not that I'm an MMA fighter, but one of the most dangerous punches you can do is break someone's floating rib and then push it into their lung. So, like, just that hit, I never want to see that play again.
No.
And again, there's no compound fracture. Like, I definitely am not compound fracture guy. And also, can I have an early don't be that guy? Is
Sure,
that okay?
yeah.
Okay, on a Tuesday, very rare Tuesday don't be that guy. There's a media person, I'll tell you off air who it was, that had an injury, and she put up her, like, finger or whatever on Facebook, or, like, sliced up finger, and I'm like, gross! Don't do that.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Like, don't do that, period. I hate when people do that. If it's an x-ray, fine. But if it's actual, like, gaping wound, hey, look, everybody, I cut it to the bone. Like, don't be that guy.
I'm with you on
or
that.
lady. Like, don't do that. That's gross.
I don't want to see that.
But I don't want to say that because her boyfriend's a maniac and he'll kill me. So you immediately already know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
So I'm like, yeah, that came up on the timeline. I'm like, I don't do it. I'm coming to Facebook to look at that.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
And he will kill you.
He will kill me. Yes, for sure.
All right.
He's a friend of mine and he'll kill me.
Yeah, he'd actually look forward to it if you heard you say that. It's KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver.
That's right, everybody. As Dover takes off today, we are looking forward to Broncos playoff football, looking forward to the rest of the week when we break down this running back room, and looking forward to what the Colorado Avalanche can do tonight at 5 p.m. That makes it a good start time for me, because then I get to tell Mace, like, let's hurry up on OBT so I can get done. And at 5:30, I can jump in and watch these Avs. Of course, continue to watch the rest of the league and what they do. But going back to last night, when Phil gets in here, I'm going to talk to Phil, Kev, because the Twitter allegations, you have a list of the Bo Nix haters, right?
Yes.
Do we have a list of the Payton Watson, like, got to go in the second apron to keep him guys?
I don't have that list, but
Okay.
I think we could start one.
Okay, well, when Phil gets us in here, then we'll talk about that, because that's one of those situations where I think it's a cut and dried thing where you don't go into the